On tonight's Fable, we culminate in the sunken fortress. The castle within the sands has been in the eye and purview of our exploring heroes from the outpost of Arventa. A three-pronged assault has been underway, negotiating with the desert dogs, the gnolls and werewolves and kobolds of the surrounding oppressed lands of the castle, utilizing the Terra Slider in navigating the underground, on-keg-ridden earth to emerge from within the castle itself, and lastly, utilizing the diplomatic skeletons to engage Captain Skrekek and his undead army, who have planned an assault on the desert dogs. Well, all of these pieces culminate in the rising of the northern moon, Naraya, as it slowly reaches its apex. And if you'll indulge me, I believe this candle still has a little life in it, unlike last time. I think if we're lucky, it will actually... melt and red will come out of its eyes, signifying Naraya at its highest apex. A little bit of things dribbled down last time, not quite sure, a little inconclusive test, but today we will see if the culmination actually arises in Naraya reaching its ultimate point. Our heroes tonight will do their best to assault this castle from many different prongs. And if you'll indulge me, amid dwindling Gruthiel veins and submerged castle walls, a jagged prison of agony floats on a suspended isle, bound by shimmering silver and gold conduits. Can the heroes restore the submerged fortress to its rightful master? This fortress, having been presumably belonged to the desert dogs and a distant lineage to the Vulpes Argentum, seems to be holding within it Perivas, the serpent, legend and fabled in Vulpes Argentum lore and poetry and mythos. And so tonight we culminate in that as the Earth Slider emerges in its most optimal position, having chased down the rumbling fortress that's slowly emerging. Our heroes helped out a hand that was locked in a vault, powering the power brick on top of the fortress, giving life and energy back to this castle and allowing it to activate and emerge from the sunken sands. That will take place tonight as you'll hear rumblings and grumblings of the fortress slowly rising out of the sands. What's at stake tonight? The livelihood of our characters is always on the line. The ownership of this castle. Should the heroes successfully figure out the puzzle at hand and give back the power to its previous masters, will they gain control of the castle and stop the undead army? Otherwise, the assault will be successful. The undead will overrun the desert dogs, cementing their grip on the castle and decimating the surrounding lands, leaving our heroes without a potential ally, foothold, and place within the sands. With that, let's meet our heroes as the Terra Slider reaches its optimal position from last time. We'll start with our Terra Slider drivers.
Assisting in crewing and navigating the Terra Slider, we have Inginatorum, the dwarf wizard, really more of an inventor and artificer, who is part of the Vulpes Argentum, used to be an engineer, a sapper, and is now mystified by this arcane construct that the team has been traveling in.
And we will learn more about Inginatorum's place in the old world with your luck token. Who's traveling with Inginatorum?
Behind Ingi, in the corner, looking a little shifty, is Miss Biggs. You know, and they are have a large cloak that is hiding many, many tools and trinkets that are going to be useful on this adventure today.
And maybe we'll learn about Miss Biggs' childhood with your luck token. Who else is traveling with our Miss Biggs tonight?
We have Togark, the goblin wizard, who hails from a barbarian village. He is drawn to the castle in the hopes to unlock its magical secrets, and also with the end goal of learning more about the volcano to the south, which calls to him.
Perhaps that hope will give you a little bit of luck tonight. And lastly, who's our hero tonight?
And the more recent revelation from the circle is Loric Glasseater, an elf shaman from the distant seas and islands off of the old world, who has joined them now to obviously help drive the Terra Slider, and is really just seeking to rid the land of these evil impurities and return some, ownership to nature.
Perhaps there's a campfire story for our Loric hero, and hopefully we'll grant you some luck tonight. So with that, we will go ahead and unveil the centerpiece, seeing as that you've chosen the Terra Slider's entrance, which is the most optimal position. Nick and Brandon, help me with this right here as we slowly, and you can just hand it to me. And this one here, Nick, help me with this. Okay. Sam. Oh, where was I? I was supposed to help. Okay.
Wow, this is crazy.
Whoa.
I've never...
If we gaze upon the castle, the Terra Slider has found its way up from the earth. Obviously, not everything's to scale here. We're using abstract distances. But it is in such a way that it is not noticed by the rest of the horde of undead. The place is crawling with what's left over from the assembling forces that have stuck to the upper levels that you've all circumnavigated. These are helping Captain Skrekek within some sort of ritual that's going on here. For gaze your eyes upon Thazzun in this small little enclave of what look to be remaining Gruthiel shards. They seem to be connected to him, stuck in him. He seems to be agonizing as Captain Skrekek seems to have his focus on Thazzun. We're gonna have a 12-round timer for Thazzun. Something's going on here that in 12 rounds will ultimately end Thazzun's life and his connection with the earth. Seems as if they're relating this ritual with this floating prison in the center of the castle. It's a shaft that's opened all the way up through all the levels, presumably through the power brick if it wasn't there, and upwards into the sandy waterfall, the sand fall that could have been falling here many, many moons ago. Within this chamber, you see many interesting things. There's like scouting buildings over here with entrances right near the Terra Slider up here. I'll go ahead and fix these little things. This is a whole little building that you can enter into and look out and have, arrow slits, so on and so forth. You can travel underneath this as well too. This black within the centerpiece is infinite depth. There's doors here to the east and west, and then a main stairwell that presumably leads up to the upper chambers. And within this, our heroes find themselves. Electricity crackles from this floating island and binding up this geometric prison of what seems to be a solid shard, a titanic shard of Gruthiel. This purple vein crystal that has energy just coursing within it. Maybe there's a figure trapped within it, a hand, a face, some sort of entity that crawls out in pain and screams, but seems to be recently electrified or powered by the power brick, as if there's some sort of connection between it and the castle. And it seems that Captain Skrekek wants to sever this connection, control this connection, something between Thazzun and the centerpiece. So that is obviously a main focal point here. And amongst that, there seems to be, for lack of a good term, some sort of communication or some similar type of crystal that looks similar to the prison itself too, that there's like a dais and a stairwell up. You could probably engage with it and maybe talk to whoever's in there or communicate with whoever's in there. So with that, our heroes are at the Terra Slider's position, in the heart of the sunken castle, in the most opportune position. Cries of gnolls echo from beyond these gated walls that maybe could be lowered into the further mines veins into the surrounding castle. So if there was any aid out there from the gnolls themselves, perhaps opening those gates would be a benefit. I've gone on long enough. Now our heroes will talk amongst themselves as they exit the Terra Slider.
I can barely see. The Terra Slider is that thing?
Yep.
Biggs,
Yes.
do you think you can sneak up to that small crystal?
Quite possibly, but it's kind of out in the open. Can I try to... I guess I want to get some kind of sense of what the energy is, like, of this kind of area. Like, how much are people paying attention, like watching very closely, versus maybe they're kind of like excited or lax, or like, I want to get a sense of how...
They've all been preparing for an assault on the gnolls. So that is where their attention has been. Last we've left Captain Skrekek with the diplomatic skeletons. He was engaging these diplomats that had diplomatic immunity, and one of them was a gnoll, and another one was, I forgot, a half-orc or human or something, and he did his justice to a half-orc to engage them as proper protocol dictates, but that went south, and he went down here to maniacally begin some sort of ritual with the captured Thazzun that has been referenced as missing.
So the negotiation went south, as in hostile, or they just kind of like were like, whatever.
More the second, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were kind of,
It wasn't a fight like you die now.
No, but it was like, you either take our offer or it's like, what are you doing here?
Right, okay.
And they were too busy amongst the upper levels of the castle unlocking the vault, and then when the vault got unlocked and brought the generation element to the power brick, the castle all of a sudden is now like out of their control. So he's like, oh hell no. And he goes
So he
down
got distracted by that and was like, what? Or he knows that they did it.
It is unclear who did it, but it's happening.
Right.
Immediately people know they were there because they were trying to stop the football from getting to the end zone. And
Okay. All right, well, anyway.
that's background.
Yes.
I have an idea. Ingi touches his forehead right in the middle of the leather band with all of the lenses, and is going to focus for 2 rounds, and we're gonna see what a detect magic will yield. For 2 rounds, it will discern general properties of the magic that is sensed around.
Okay.
Ingi is living up to his reputation.
Because you're using the pink dye.
Rolled a 6, so that's a 7.
Do you accept that roll? First roll of the night.
You can...
You can
There
use
is
other
the
dice.
auras here, and there
can also
you
cast
can
detect
use it.
magic.
You're amongst wizards,
I
apparently.
don't think this is the one to spend things on. I don't know.
All right, we'll let detect magic go away then.
Don't worry, Ingi. I'll give it a go myself.
Do you want different dice, Brendan?
Not great.
Oh my god.
Set the
I also
tone.
fail. Okay.
What happens? Describe it.
Place.
So Togark uses his staff to try to channel the magical energy around him, but there's too much happening, and he doesn't glean anything.
The
from
rumbling
all
of the
energy.
castle, yeah, throws you off guard. Do you accept that roll?
Yes.
Okay, Miss Biggs wants to leave the Terra Stopper to try to get a closer inspection. And figure
Are you
out
gonna
what-
sneak?
Yeah, sneak.
Wait. Yep.
I can help you focus your dexterity and grace. Oh, it's
Got a sea shanty?
Sea shanty. By the grace of the dolphin. Who? Oh, 20. I didn't cheat.
That's a 20.
That's a
Nat 20,
All
great.
right.
So you get to double 1 numerical value.
Okay. Well, it grants. Okay. So I'm gonna double the range, so it's near. So would that be double near?
Sure. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
So anyone within double near what?
Gets advantage on dex checks
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
and ranged attacks. So load them up. Well, I'm gonna be hard, softly sea shantying to myself.
Okay, Miss Biggs, where would you like to go?
I want to head towards the big thing in the. Yeah.
Yep, you start shimmering your way around.
Yeah.
And yeah, right there, it's fine. Just fine. So you're hiding down amongst the rocks and doing your best to stay out of eye's reach, and you notice that the energy of this Gruthield communicator looks corrupted. Like the veins, just something about the energy looks like it's very painful. And you could use it, and you communicate presumably with whatever's in that thing.
Yeah. I want to do that.
With your 3 hit points.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna go and you're touching this communicator. Go ahead, give me a Constitution check.
Oh boy. Can I get a? Do the pink one.
Give me some dice.
Yeah.
The pink one.
16.
Working good for you. Okay, so yeah, you
Trade.
Yeah, you hold down the the communicator, and you can just feel like needles like piercing your hands, not actively, just psychically, like ah. And as you hold down, you get this vision of some entity within the prison, like this force that you get to communicate with. I haven't spoken to anyone but Captain Skrekek for so long. Restore the castle to me.
Who are you? How can I restore the castle to you?
Perivas! My name is Perivas. I haven't heard my own name in countless generations. There are three altars that have been corrupted in the castle. They're in the depths, protected from up above. Do your best.
Perivas. I'll try.
Do your best. They haven't understood me fully, but they have harmed me forever.
How? Okay. I'll tell my friends. Where?
If you choose to ask more questions, we're gonna roll another Constitution check. If you choose to engage further, you're gonna have to roll another Constitution check.
You can
I
make
think I'm
statements.
gonna.
Not questions. I said engage further.
This thing's gonna have to stop. Constitution's not there.
That was a good roll.
I rolled a 17. I just
Nice.
want you to know. So
Nice.
that was a minus one.
Hey,
Like, let's be super clear.
should have Loric be doing these rolls.
So roughly everyone's at around. I'm marking off around here.
Oh God.
Okay, I want to look around. I want to try to get a sense of where these altars are, right? Like they said, they were also corrupted. I want to try to see signs, look for signs of the corruption in order to track down where these things are.
Yeah, from what it looks like, there's nothing apparent other than these, the communicator and the Perivas's prison suspended on this floating island. Otherwise, this entity looks like it's torturing, putting Thazzun in some sort of like bind or putting him through a state of agony, and it looks to be intensifying with every passing moment.
Okay, but I mean, like, where? Because he said underground.
Yeah, it's on this. Yeah, he's like, it's on this level.
Okay.
Yeah, you are at the most bottom level of the castle. It is down here. There's 3 altars.
Okay.
And you don't see anything obvious in this main chamber of the room, but there's doors to the east and west here, off into...
Okay.
Yeah.
And so doors east-west, no doors...
There's 2 doors over here, too, that lead up into these sentry towers, into these, like, there's some sort of control booth, like, maybe there's, like, the archers could be hiding up there as well, too.
Okay.
You don't quite know what's in there, so, like, not every figure and not every monster's out
So
on
we
the board
can't
yet.
see up here, but we know that there's a higher level.
Yep. There's like little booths, little
Okay.
huts that the two doors are in the corners here to enter them.
They're
And
kind of like a tower. You can see the stairwell tower.
yeah, exactly. And they have like little.
And are these guys enemies that I can see?
Yeah, abstractly they're around. They're like, they're making patrols. They're waiting for Skrekek's order. They're the remaining group of folks that have been left behind to help him administer this process and ritual. But they're not on edge. They're like, good luck out there, boys. Like and the rest of the army's going to assault.
Walking around.
Yeah, patrolling. They haven't been tipped off to anything yet. Nor does anyone know this Terra Slider's here. Obviously, you guys are right in the middle of the board, but like abstractly, you guys have come up in such an opportune position that you have a lay of the land. You haven't been seen, and now you can access all of these places like very optimally.
Okay.
Wait, what's preventing us from committing some vehicular manslaughter right now?
What?
We could drive the Terra Slider around and like destroy the platform that they're on.
I think the castle would be high on alert.
Disrupt the altar, the ritual.
You want to fight out of here?
I'm throwing it out there as an idea. We're brainstorming right now.
Let's keep that one in the tank.
I think we could put it on the back burner.
Ingi's gonna start fiddling with his belt.
Oh boy, here he goes again with his sacks of goo.
17.
Oh,
So
okay.
actually 18.
Let's go.
There's a clicking sound, and a couple metal parts of his harness have little like sections that connect. There's a little purple glow that softly suffuses around Ingi as mage armor takes effect.
Sweet.
His dune, or desert planet sci-fi
Miss
armor.
Biggs wants to
Not
try
appropriate.
to sneakily make a dash for this western. Are we calling this the west?
It's my east, but
Okay, eastern.
it's all my orientation.
That will be farther than my chant. Oh, hey, oh. If you go in the tower, that's closer, I think.
Everyone could go with him. You could all go together.
We could go
I think it would be helpful to have some height on the situation, so I'll go with you.
I think Miss Biggs just wants to try to peek inside of this door. Try to figure out if this is where they need to go. And if it's only one person and it's not where you need to go, then it's easy to back up. If it is, then
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm
This means have to
maintaining
back up
your
plan.
dex advantage if you have to do
So
a
you're
check.
sleeping around. What are the rest of you guys gonna do?
I think we should go for that tower, personally.
Yeah.
Or I guess either one, but I'm looking at that one. But
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
I mean, if we're gonna exit the slider, then can I exit behind this little outcropping here?
Yeah,
Hopefully
there-
out of sight.
Yep.
We're gonna take the sneakiest route by default.
To where? You're going with
To
Miss
this
Biggs,
tower.
or you're
Yeah,
all
we're
going
trying
to
to
the
go
tower?
up into the tower.
I'm going right here behind this.
Oh, okay, you're just hanging out.
Miss Biggs is doing their traditional play of going off on their own.
Where's Togark? as well?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you place them kind of by the tower there? I guess we're just like walking over there, kind
I
of
can't really see. so
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
That area. All right.
All right. So can we actually get into the door or like
Yeah.
peek in?
Yeah. mhm.
All right. So
The door's
peeking
open.
in. Anybody in there?
Nope.
Okay. We're gonna then let's go. Let's go up.
Yeah, let's go up.
Okay.
So are we in?
You're
or
in.
the stairs.
You can go up. Okay, you guys are in and up, going up the tower. Yep. Small, like you said, little spiral staircase heading up. Miss Biggs, go ahead. Give me a dex check with that advantage. The last of the shanty.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. I didn't maintain, but it wasn't used for that round, I guess.
Oh wait, no, there are two blues here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep rolling that focus.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll roll that
Ooh.
focus.
Okay, I got a 12
Wait. You got a 12 with advantage.
with it.
With advantage.
Oh, it just passes because of the
Ring of the owl.
the ring of the owls. Yep.
Yeah, you're noticing
Skin of my teeth.
weather
Yeah.
change. Okay, so
Oh,
they're
boy.
rolling at disadvantage because they're not aware, and they get a 2. Okay. So you're sneaking around, and yeah, you manage to get to the door.
This door?
Yep.
Yeah.
And through the door itself, you peer, and you notice that like it's encrusted with green gems around it, and through the actual bars of the door. Go ahead, let's do your best to peel all this off. Yeah, let me see.
Give it a good lift. Hey, all right.
Oh,
You can just toss that aside.
Whoa.
And these guys.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Not ominous at all.
Yeah, no, this is all very relaxing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You also notice that there seems to be an entrance from like the rock wall, the rock surrounding the building as well too, presumably connected to the stairwell that's actually accessible on this side.
These are bad guys still? These kobolds? Are these kobolds?
They're enslaved kobolds that are working the mines. Same for any gnolls that you see as well.
Okay.
So the undead are the captors here. And it's locked. Sorry, this is locked. So you're seeing this all through the doorway here. Yeah, and the door is encrusted with green gems.
Can I try to pick them up?
It's mechanical. You could try. It seems very complex.
I want to try.
Yeah.
What's on this side of the wall? Because over here there's a blue gem and a green gem.
There you go. Now you guys are playing the game. You guys are
What do we
helping
got
each
over
other
here?
out.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's a door here.
There's
there's
nothing
a
on
door
the
right
wall.
there.
Oh, there's a door.
There's a
Okay.
door.
There's nothing on the
There's
wall.
no gems. No.
All right. Well, so maybe up this tower that we're going, there could be something gem related.
You guys are going up. So we're roughly doing initiative here. I'm just keeping track. So another round goes by. Everyone make a Constitution check.
Constitution.
Oh boy.
check.
Okay. 16.
8.
9.
Okay, the crackling of the electricity and the hum of the Gruthiel, the vein, like glows. You can hear Thazzun just laying out a cry of pain. And you feel that pain like blasting amongst you, but it does not affect any of you.
Okay.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Well, that's good.
All right. Through these bars, do I see the thing that he was talking about? The altar?
There's a pretty good looking altar in there for sure. Yeah.
Do I have a sense of how to uncorrupt it? Like, did he communicate that sense?
Could try. No. He's giving you a target, but with perhaps more communication, he'll be able to elaborate further. As a fresh soul that hasn't been unlike anything that's communicated with him to this point.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that after unlocking the door.
Okay, so now we're roughly you three kind of simultaneously, but I'm kind of keeping somewhat of a loose initiative. So after you three go, that's and then you go again. That'll be a third round.
Okay.
So you guys climb up to the tower and you get a view. Yep, we put the little minis up there. You also, within here, you can see that there's like a defaced shrine amongst the levers and controllers of this area.
Oh, okay.
A defaced shrine.
Yes.
But not a corrupted altar.
No, it's,
Okay.
We have to be clear.
Yeah.
that is different. I pick my words very carefully.
Okay.
What do the levers do? But
This one is encrusted with blue gems.
Green.
okay, so that must open the door because
Yeah.
the blue gem is a lock.
Well, but that's the green gem door.
The
Where's
the
blue
door
gem?
has
Do you
green
see
gems.
the blue gems somewhere?
I don't know. It could be this lever that we maybe know is there vaguely.
You get a good feeling.
Yeah, we have a good feeling.
You know what?
Okay.
Ingi is going to go
To that tower.
to that tower, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get back down into the Terra Slider.
it-
Oh, you haven't gone up yet.
No,
No,
Ingi
he's
never
just
went.
standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't
Ingi
watch
hasn't
everyone go.
moved,
Okay,
so-
sorry. I thought you guys were all traveling together.
So
So,
whereabouts can Ingi get here?
like into there.
Into this?
Yeah, if you want, you're gonna need a dex check to.
Yeah, why not?
You have advantage still.
Still, yeah, great.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this is the time limit means that I don't feel like there's a version of this where we don't split up. Like, I feel like with the 12 round.
Yeah, I think. But Ingi's over here, so
Somebody that fell.
give your next check.
We're figuring it out with this giant
advantage.
complex. Yeah, you have advantage on that. They have disadvantage here. They have an 11.
14.
That's great. So Ingi, describe him walking amongst the sparkling and crackling. Speaking of which,
Yeah, so Ingi's just using his intellect to time the crackling and time when people are looking. He's not like the stealthiest fellow, but he's got a good sense of time.
and he's doing his best. Also, this whole fortress is unlit despite the glowing Gruthiel veins, the crackling electricity.
Oh.
So you guys do not need a light source per se, but the lights will go out in an hour, equivalent to our torch timer. So be prepared with your light sources, because maybe the whole dungeon goes black or something happens to relate to that light source going black. And from that point on, we'll probably run with your physical torches. So.
Okay, so let's hurry up. Are we going to pull this lever?
Looking around from this current vantage, is there anywhere else elevated that I could misty step to? Is there anywhere within that distance?
What's the distance on that? Far?
Oh, near.
Near. So, unless you want to go up on that island, floating down that floating island.
That seems
Pretty risky.
Through the door, you can get through the door, where Miss Biggs is looking in.
Oh, I could go through the door.
Yeah,
That's a
wherever
good
you
point.
look, right?
Yeah.
Well, what about this shrine? Is there any like?
You could zap your way into these gates over here and go deeper into the mines out here.
You could try and open the mines, and we could try and get some backup in here to start some chaos.
Is this where the gnolls are?
Yeah, the gnolls are out there. And like they often here too. I'm not really playing in this area, but like these gates were kind of like lower down and have access and further into the mines.
Yeah, this is huge. All right, I think I'm going to try to join Miss Biggs then, so that I can misty step through the door when available.
Okay.
All right, I'm hitting the
You doing that now?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your dex check
with advantage.
with advantage, and these guys have disadvantage.
I'm gonna see if I'll maintain it into the next round.
You guys roll a 6.
12.
12. So you're creeping and crawling about as you zombies walking by and dodging between what looks to be ruins of fallen walls, perhaps filling out this room at some point. Okay, you're there. And your Errol, your
Good.
Loric is pulling a thing, or?
Well, I maintained the thing for the next round, but also, pulling the lever.
Okay. And you can see the
where
blue
Loric
gem.
is, but-
The mini fill. The blue gem that represents the blue gem lights up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the only lever, and I can't see any more mechanics in here, can I?
No, that is the only main one. Okay. You also see a shrine within your little room at the base level. Ingi, down where you are before
At the base level?
At the base level, yep. Miss Biggs, you're at the door. You're doing your best.
Still trying to
Yeah,
pick
okay,
lock.
go ahead. You get advantage on this.
Natural 20.
Oh, wow, okay, so you manage to pick the lock of this door. It will disable the mechanism for this one round, but it will lock behind you.
Ooh.
Oh gosh, even a natural. Can I jam the lock?
Yeah, sure. For D4 rounds.
Okay. Okay. I'll accept that. So 2, since I got a natural 20, can I double?
The natural 20 gave you the D4. So you're doubling the 1 to the 2. So there you go. Okay, so 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so describe it. What's Miss Biggs doing?
So, I actually. Okay. And maybe I wonder if this might change. So what Miss Biggs does is they at first try to use their traditional thieves tools in order to try to pick the lock, but this thing is so complicated and mechanical that it's not quite working. So then instead what they do is they reach inside of their bag and they pull out this onyx bull statue that has a small leather backpack on it. And they open up the leather backpack and they pull out this string that looks like it's made of smoke. And they use this in order to pick the lock and to get in there. So that way the smoke changes to the shape of the various locks in order to open it up.
I'll give you a +1 round because you're creatively using your equipment. So there you go, 3 rounds. That thing will lock behind you. So giving enough time for Togark.
Yeah, he's Togark and Togark.
But not right now.
Yeah, that's right. So you're in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Biggs is she
Yeah, so what do we
manages
see
to.
in here?
Where-
So
Yeah.
within this room, yeah, you can see this exposed wall, as well as these giant pillars stacked with these rocks that seem to be under the control of this skeleton, who's, as he's like turning this joystick, the rocks are turning around, and amongst the rocks have these eyes, and they're just monitoring,
They
and
have eyes?
The rocks have eyes?
the rocks have eyes.
I can.
What? Oh my god.
So are they facing me or away from me?
They're away from you right now, as if they're watching this altar. There's also a chest and a weapons rack. Seems to be a shrine in the far distance as well.
A shrine.
A defaced shrine.
Like the thing that he said, or a different word?
A different word, shrine. The blue altar itself, I'm talking about on the wall itself, there's a little defaced shrine.
On the
So
wall?
the shrines.
Yeah, the
can
white
you tell
thing there.
who the deities are?
Can you
too?
see something that I can
No,
notice?
no one's explored it.
or anything over here?
Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Okay.
which is new to you. You've seen it in that
Oh,
chamber.
so it's these little
Yep.
skeleton things?
Yep.
So there's a hidden one
Yep.
there? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So can I take a look at that while
Yep.
I'm up here?
Yep.
All right. What do I see? Does it look like it could be to a deity of the sea that I follow?
It's actually like busts of presumably ancient, not relics, generations and ancestors that have been slowly twisted into skeletal forms, are like slashed and broken and shattered, and should they be restored, perhaps gain a benefit to those that want to return this place to their holy controller, to their rightful controller.
So by kind of a blessing or...
An interaction.
Now, I think I'm going to, as I pull the lever, I'm going to turn to the shrine and, summon to my mind the memories of the sea, right? The whale bones and sort of bird beaks, right, of the seabirds that we might find. And in fact, maybe I have a little bit of this bone from back home. And I'll say, oh, we need the strength. And so, in fact, his people pray to Aqualis, which I believe is a god that we haven't maybe heard of. But in the, deeper thing, it's one of the nature gods or whatever they're called. And anyway, of course, this is of water. So praying to Aqualis and, hoping for these souls to return to peace. And as they say, sink to the bottom in their people, which is, you finally rest once you land on the bottom of the ocean.
Make a charisma check.
All right. Oh boy. 9.
So you have the feeling that all the shrines are connected and they would have some benefit should they be restored, but you unsuccessfully restore this one.
Alas. Can I get back down the stairs now? All right, so I'm gonna go back down, and I'm actually gonna head for the controller there.
The controller, the communicator?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
or,
yeah.
whatever that is.
Yep, okay.
Yeah. Do we have an individual that I can?
Yeah, your thing fell in there. You gotta like.
Where'd it go?
Someone got it. You're like in that room.
The
I think
green.
Brandon knocked it out.
Oh, and just a little
He's like, you're dead to me.
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's very common.
My beautiful figure.
So you did that, and we'll get you. You're at the door.
Oh, yeah,
You say
okay.
quite okay.
all right.
Okay, so we'll keep trying to go around this way, but what's up?
Well, yeah, why don't we keep going that way?
Okay. I am going to cast Alter Self.
Okay.
And rather than gain a feature, I'm going to make myself appear like a skeleton, but just my hands and my face, because everything else is covered by my robe.
Nice.
So that way I can move about without being suspect.
Excellent. Go for it. Let's see if you can get this spell off.
Togark.
Oof. Nat 2.
I'm not accepting that. Nope. Oris.
Bringing out the big guns. You have your luck token.
I do have the luck token. What is...
Well,
So-
perhaps in the castle, with its mystical energies, the Oris comes back to us and We can use it freely.
That is wishful thinking. If you seen the worst paper recently?
That's there.
There's one slot left
I'll
in
use
this
the
level.
luck
Okay.
token.
Oh, we can use the last
Even
slot,
is
right?
the ores paper.
Is that usable?
It should be around with
It's under
wherever the
there.
treasure was.
Under there.
Okay, what is Togark hopeful for the future?
Togark is
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Togark is hopeful that we can restore this castle and learn more about its magic and not die underground in this weird, painful room.
We shall see. Go ahead, re-roll it. You get that one?
Still a fail. Oof. Oof. Okay.
Wow, you're shooken to your core.
Who's our queer?
Yep.
Your hope is not coming through to you now, and
Nope.
perhaps signifying the depths of this room. So your spell fizzles, and the bones melt away, revealing your goblin skin. Your spell falls short.
Okay. I will join Miss Biggs.
Okay,
Further
so
in the room.
yeah, you guys are running into that room. We could keep jumping out of order here, but is he gonna go and you're gonna go?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that'll wrap up the round. Are you cool with that? And then we'll keep going. Sort of.
Well, I thought the thing, opening the door is what I did at the end of last round.
Sure. Okay, so you do this and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Ingi is going to look at this desecrated shrine in front of him and figure that there's benefit to trying to restore this. So, he's going to reach into his pouch and he's feeling around. 15. He finds a bunch of luminescent mushrooms, the ones he was looking for previously. And he takes them in his hand, crushes them so that there's glowing goo, wipes it on the skulls on the altar, and says, "It seems that to rise from the darkness, one just needs some light."
Okay, so you cast light on this, and yes, you activate, restore this shrine. You can put that on this shrine down here to denote the conversion of this shrine. You will gain advantage on your next roll, and you also learn the other shrines have far more persistent powers with the levels of shrines that you restore.
Okay.
There's a lot going on here.
Yep. Miss Biggs, you've entered this room. You fear that if you gain the attention of this room, those eyes of stone will fall upon you.
Miss Biggs wants to try to sneakily get down to this chest. Let's see what's in there.
Okay, go ahead. Roll a dex check.
Are they still within range of my...
No, oh no.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm just going to not focus that anymore, I guess.
Yeah, it's just
Well, I
you
guess
alone. And you could keep it.
Yeah.
It's the same as
And
casting
try
it, I
and
guess,
keep
I
it,
guess,
yeah.
yeah. What'd you
I
get?
got a natural one.
Ooh, let's see. Oh, these guys also roll a natural one. Oh, wow. A 1 and a 4.
Whoa.
So my natural one is a 4.
Okay. I'm just going with the natural 1. Let's actually take this opportunity to consult the Oracle die.
rock eye.
Does something bad happen to Miss Biggs? Nat 20.
Whoa.
So yes, very much so. Something bad happens to Miss Biggs.
Ooh.
Wait, even is yes?
Even above 10 is yes. 20 is ultimate.
Oh, above 10 is
Above
yes.
10 is yes. Below 10 is no. If it's an odd number, it's but attached to it. Go ahead, roll a D100.
Dang, I just feel like Nat 20 should be good. Like, why couldn't it have been does Miss Biggs?
It's good, but the prompt I asked was a bad prompt. You're like, does something bad happen? So yes, it's
It's good for him as the DM.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll a D100 twice.
A D100?
Yeah, we're gonna do a prompt. Everyone get ready to feed the prompt.
I
Missing a D10.
am...
Here, use.
No, okay, I got it.
Roll it twice.
25,
Consume
52.
sorcery. Consume sorcery. Something happens to you that consumes sorcery. I think some magical item within your persons is absorbed, is like diminishes its power. The flux of the castle is out of sync, and something amongst you is consumed. The magic amongst you is consumed.
My protection ball.
Just dries up.
So maybe it's that. So Miss Biggs is making their way, and as they do, they drop the bomb, and so it goes sliding into this pit.
Okay.
And it like distracts them for a moment, but they're just not looking at it.
Sure, yeah, but you've lost it.
Yeah.
And it's sliding away, and you're making your way to this. Yeah, that is a terrible thing. You managed to stay stealthy. It did not work in your favor. You've lost an item along the way.
Yeah.
They've also rolled a natural 1 too, so it's almost like a null. They will continue to roll at disadvantage, but should someone be detected, they're going to start rolling normally,
Yeah.
and it's going to slowly worsen until you're caught amongst it. You're at the chest.
Yeah. Am I able to open it?
Not now.
Okay.
Okay, so another round has gone by. And we bump the door another round. This thing closes behind you, but it's still open. Just, you've slid in, and I'm gonna we'll do our best to just stay in order, so.
So I'm now
Right, I didn't skip you.
here.
Did I skip you?
Oh.
No.
No, you.
Well, I went as part of the last round because it was basically do.
Yeah, we're just jumping around.
his next round,
Okay.
so-
Okay.
So all right, quickly.
So, well, let's just start with Brandon then.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That way we just-
Then we keep it orderly.
Okay.
Sorry, jumping around.
Okay. Is there any visible way up to that lever from Ingi's vantage point?
Yeah, there's a stairwell up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, let's go up.
Okay.
And then if that
From this point, you see that the blue gem has disengaged. Is unlit.
okay. So Ingi's up there. Does that count as the move, and then the action would be to pull the
If
lever?
you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, let's pull that lever.
You see the green, it's crusted with green gems, and the green gem in the wall.
Oh, so these have to all be pulled at the same time.
I see.
All right. What happens? What's
So you pull the green crusted lever, and you can see, sort of like the room.
So we only see 2 gems. It's only the green and the blue. Okay.
and they're
And-
both on this wall?
Yeah, there's a blue gem and a green gem over
I
here.
just-
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
And as you pull it, the gem lights up,
That
presumably
door
unlocking.
has green gems on it, right? The one we walked through.
This
So
one
that must
may
be
have blue, perhaps.
that must be the unlocking lever.
Yeah,
for
well,
that
I
door.
think we need to pull both of these levers at the same time, so someone has to go back up.
So now,
Well, I think they're just used to unlock the door. I don't know that we have to pull them at all. I think it's just to navigate the rooms.
do you feel that if perhaps another lever were pulled, it would stay open?
Yeah.
Being an engineer, you would have
Being an engineer.
a very sensitive.
Engineering is more of an art than a science.
Sometimes you get a feeling and you're not quite sure.
All right, we are.
Yeah,
on
so now
timer
that's
here.
the round. Now Errol, and we'll just keep it that.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do Constitution to 12 to get in touch with this controller or communicator.
Like needles through your hands. You're piercing the magic veil as you see this spectral titanic figure within this Ruthiel prison.
Another fresh soul. You know my name.
Yes, I've been told about you.
My name lives on.
Yes, we're here to get you out. We need you. How do we uncorrupt the altars?
A presence. A presence will convert them.
Our presence?
One that is for the Desert Riders. My name has been sullied. Perivas the Serpent, they call me. But I could be Perivas the Wolf again.
Paravas, are there any creatures that I can summon to your aid? I can commune with the wild in the mines. Should I go to the mines to summon our people to our aid? To summon the wild?
Oh, I haven't seen my packmates in a countless age. I'm speechless. If you were to bring them to me, I would be filled with a feeling yet again.
Speaking of which, as he brings this up, amongst all your treasures, you have found this amongst your wonderful.
Is this Parabels?
No? Who wants to take it?
Sure.
This was in the vault, and I'm here. Let me see it. You happen to have it as he brings up a feeling.
Thank you. Oh, I've just found this thing, and it's imprinted on my mind.
For you recall that amongst your looting of the vault, a paper that's dripping with liquid gruthiel has a depiction of Captain Skrekek in his former life, millennia ago. What this is, to be determined, but you're reminded of the fact that Skrekek, as it's been mentioned, holds his power of this horn that he holds that communes with the undead and gives them orders, but yearns to feel an emotion yet again.
Can I read this? Is this in?
Yeah, but
is
you
this
can
primordial.
You can determine what it means.
So this maybe is his name.
Could be. It could be anything. It could be.
Let him tell me what it means.
I'm allowing the table to define it, but that is an interesting strategy as well.
And I also maintain the chant while I'm doing all this. Oh, hold on! The sea chant the other side there.
Beatboxing the question.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Togark.
Is there...
You are amongst...
Where are the eyes looking? Are
sorry,
they looking
also-
At the altar.
They're looking at the altar, and the eyes are controlled by the skeleton with the staff?
Correct. Yep, with the little lever there. You had something?
Wait, yeah, so I think that's all I can ask.
Unless you want to continue to commune further.
I'm gonna go back up to the lever at the shrine.
You think so?
All right, roll a dex check.
Everyone's gonna know we're here.
Well,
With
it's not
advantage?
I guess if you could be affected by your chant.
I can't one-shot
Yeah.
him.
Okay, they got an 11.
Okay.
All right. Oh, nat 20.
Ooh,
Hey.
okay.
I think I'm so dexterous that I get to the top of the tower.
Sure. You got it.
Would that have been one move anyway?
No.
Yeah.
You're up here?
Yeah, I'm up there.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see if I can do
You're gonna
this
pull it?
without making
Wait,
a
you
mess
moved
of it.
away from the communication cube?
Yeah, because I have to do it like twice.
Were you gonna ask him how to defeat Captain Skrekek?
I know how.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to bring him his emotion again. He longs to feel emotion. We learned this like back in a.
Okay, sorry, I
fire,
was
yeah.
not here for that.
All right.
Yeah, well, not defeat, but maybe awaken
We're
something.
gonna Steven Universe it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be warm and fun.
Togark, what you doing? You're in this room. Eyes, yep. They're pivoting around.
Togark has grown tired of skulking about.
Oh,
Oh, Togark.
That's not what I said.
Togark is going to skulk slightly more. But he's also going to cast magic missile at the skeleton wielding the staff, controlling the eyes.
Okay.
Can we do this together? Like,
What would you like to do? You guys are,
I want to take a crossbow bow shot. Basically, we're trying to
yeah, simultaneous
Yes.
attack. Okay, go for it.
are they double near from me?
No.
No. Oh, but
Further.
I got closer. I damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm unaware. They're unaware, right?
They're unaware. They are unaware. Sniper shot.
I got a 15.
Great.
I failed.
Even with advantage. You
Yes.
accept that roll.
Did you already use your thing?
Yeah, yep. Okay, well, time to spin the oars.
Which one is this?
Your position in the old world. Tell us more about Ingi's a slice of life before he came to this new world.
I wish I could know if my shot works.
Drama.
Now, Ingi remembers a time when he was first learning to channel arcane energy back in the old world. And he was working on the gauntlets that he now wears, and he discovered that he doesn't understand why this works, but if you raise an eyebrow, it helps to channel that energy. And Ingi had relayed this to Togark.
Nice.
prior to this mission. And Togark maybe remembers this.
Wow, Togark does remember.
All right, when you roll this die, you gotta raise your eyebrow. Or you can't do it.
I don't think I can do it.
No, you can't do the people's eyes? Nice! with advantage.
barely
All right.
pass.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay. All right.
That's
Definitely
great.
pass. All right.
Aha! NG helped you out.
Okay, time to do 1 damage.
See that in the Terra Slider? You're like telling him, like, try it like this. You
2
remember?
damage.
Can I get one of your D6?
2 damage, okay. And
Just, yeah. Some 11 damage.
so the total of
13.
with a shot and a magic missile and a cloud of dust, the skeleton explodes in a billion bones and fragments and pieces, clattering down. And the eyes just kind of stop in position.
Okay.
Sweet.
Can I open the chest?
Yep, you can open the chest.
Okay.
You can either take some time to open it for sure, or roll to try to open it.
I would like to roll to try to open it.
Okay. Give me a roll with advantage with your thievery skills.
Oh my god. 7.
You accept that roll.
This is not the first time that Miss Biggs
Oh, God.
Burning all the luck tokens.
has opened a chest of this kind, right? Like, you know, like they used to be a servant to a, rich household, but then after, things occurred, they quickly had to transition to more seedier ways of getting money. And like one of the first things that they did was they found some old locks and they practiced picking them over and over again.
Let's see if it pays off.
That is a 22.
Go ahead, roll a d4.
A D4? Mm-hmm. I actually like this D4 better. 2.
2. Okay, you find these vials of silver balm.
Okay.
They have roll another d4.
1.
You find 1 vial of silver balm. It will silver a weapon for 2d4 plus 1 attacks.
Already have some. Silver bomb, okay.
So I am going to try to grab the staff that the skeleton is holding.
You're gonna want to climb up there. It's like a joystick fixed to the ground. Yeah.
Oh, it's in the ground?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
it's manned in that spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to climb up there and point the eyes in the most useless direction possible.
Okay, yeah. So you climb up there. Yeah, you're climbing up there because
Yeah.
you cast your spell. Okay, so Ingi, you're sneaking about in this place. You see another shrine up here as well.
There's another one up here.
Yep. Anywhere you see those little things.
Oh, I don't know the name of it. I didn't see it.
okay.
All right, yeah. So Ingi's gonna turn around and see if there's any mushrooms left.
So if you choose, you can choose to light the spell, or you can just try to convert it straight up.
It's like a charisma.
You know what?
Well, in your case, intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
I just wouldn't want you to lose the
You
spell.
know what? Yeah. Let's do that. So
Similar process. You using your arcane energy, but like you're engaging the actual statue.
yeah, so Ingi's gonna turn around and look at the skulls on the shrine and say, "Oh yes, the shape of your skull reminds me of one of my old friends," and just starts like babbling on, trying to converse with the skull. That's gonna be a 9.
Do you accept that roll?
Gonna have to.
The skulls of the shrine just kind of like turns away. Yeah, you haven't converted the shrine, but perhaps another try, another time.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, that's
About
the round.
Shrines. You can try again,
Yep.
and it has to be the same stat. Like it's just is that
You can try a
based on
different
our-
method.
Okay.
You feel the castle groan. You hear the howls of Thazzun, the cackling of Captain Skrekek. Everyone make a constitution check.
Okay, 20.
13.
What'd you get?
20.
Nat 20?
No.
So the pain is radiating in your bones. Miss Biggs, you are shaken for this round.
What does that mean?
You're gonna get an action or a move.
But not both.
One or the other. Yeah. Oh, as you feel you're getting shaken to your core. You're up, Loric.
Question: do I feel like that platform that they're on is accessible or no?
Yeah, you can climb up there. You can imagine there's some stairs and it's accessible.
Okay.
Or you can go underneath it too. Either way.
All right, so he's still pulling that lever over there, or it's still activated?
It seems it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna activate mine again. While I'm in, so Loric activates the lever again,
And you see.
and now does it sound like it's locked? Do I hear that click, or it's still like if I let go, it'll go back? I can feel.
If you let go, it'll go back. Same for you as well. You notice that it's like starting to disengage. But with both these lever pulled, you see that these two gates are and they'll lower in D4 rounds.
Jeez.
Big gates.
3 rounds.
Okay.
Jeez.
If
right.
they're held this whole time.
Oh.
Do you have rope?
Well,
Do you have rope?
I do have rope or like iron spikes. In fact.
Okay, great.
So
this is the moment.
Yeah, is there like a nice little spot where I can just jam it right in there? All right, great. So I'm jamming it in. Does Ingi meanwhile? Oh, I guess you're done.
I have to wait.
Yeah. All right. So I'm also going to go back to the shrine. And
In doing this, you see that down on the ground floor, you know, the gem, when the gates are rattling, and all the patrols are like kind of being alerted to like who ordered this. They seem like they're catching on to something happening amongst all of this.
okay. Are they coming? Is anyone moving, or they're just starting to kind of like?
Yeah. You presumably they would in a little bit, but no one's like, look, get the fuck over there. No,
Yeah.
they're just like.
And there's nowhere to access from here. This is like a tower. Like there's no.
This is a tap. There could be secrets if you wanted to look for them.
I am. I'm looking around for passageways.
Okay. You'll do that next round if you're
Okay.
gonna do the spike. You want to do the spike or secret passageway?
Spike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Togark.
Okay, so I moved, but I didn't adjust the staff yet.
Yeah,
right?
so you got your way up there and you have the staff under your control. You want to just turn them away? You can easily do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make them look away from the corrupted
Yeah,
altar.
just start putting in the eyeballs. Turn away.
Can I point them like at the ceiling?
Yeah, you can point them at the ceiling. Yeah.
You can see their little beam just aiming up there.
That's your action.
Okay. Can I move to the corrupted altar, or am I in line
You
of
can move
sight
to the corrupt.
of
This
something?
guy's not paying attention right now.
All right, let's do it.
To the shrine or the altar. The altars are those things. The blue thing is the altar. The shrines are the.
The shrine's like the helpful things. The altar's what we need for Skrekek.
Let's do the altar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
As you set foot upon this altar, you feel the presence of the Gruthial veins, the pain and agony. But with your presence here, it's slowly being converted, should you wish.
It's slowly being what?
Converted, should you wish. Should you have the heart and soul to want to return it back to its rightful owners?
Yes.
Okay. This is the part. To be okay. So here's the thing: one person, 4 rounds. 4 people, 1 round.
Ooh.
Okay, you get that feeling. You just have to be here,
Gotcha.
and no enemies can be with on top of it as well.
Okay.
You're good.
I'm
You see the goblin,
Yeah.
and you see him kind of have a moment to himself. Miss Biggs, you're shaken to your
I'm
core.
helping.
Yeah. Togark also is like, if there were more of
Am I
us, it
able
would
to
go
make it
faster.
to? Am I able to make it to here with him?
In your move, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't get an action, but I will move. So that way, 2 people, 2 rounds.
Yes.
Correct. Should you have the will and drive to want to convert these altars?
Biggs.
I got it.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna stand here and do nothing.
So, question: can I spike and commune?
No.
His communion. Wait. Let me try this.
Elaborate.
His communion, right, is part of the spiking because this is all.
He's like, look at this. Like showing him off.
This is all in service of trying to return this place to its rightful owner, right? Like it's all about purifying. Like lowering the gates is representative of letting other people in.
He's convinced it for you. Good job, Nick. Okay, go for it. Yeah, so you're spiking it, and you're like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, all right, yeah. And just go, you see these?
Okay, strength check instead. No intelligence, strength.
This is my hammer named Kelsey.
I'm putting it to work. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's a natural one.
I love this character.
all right, here. As here, take this thing out of my.
They must have had a moment around a fire.
We did back at Arventa when they were doing nothing for all those.
Many moments.
Yeah, they had a lot of time to kill because they weren't doing anything, and they were just sitting around and talking about this and that and their spirituality and how they have very different approaches to life. As an engineer who can do sort of technical magic versus someone who's just communing with the spirits, and they shared back and forth about their experiences and their opinions, and they really got along in that moment, I think, of their different approaches to life, but a mutual respect. And now trying to pull these levers and doing the same thing in parallel, they're working together. So beaming that over. Meanwhile, the shanty's been going on this whole time. I've just been shantying to myself.
Reroll it.
With advantage. Come on.
2.
Come on, it's so good.
It was the other dying stuff. One of the penguin.
Throw them in the trash.
No, I'm getting them out. I'm getting it out.
So you spike the thing, but the shrine is unimpressed.
Okay. At least there's something.
Tough customer.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
Well, there goes all of our luck tokens. Great. All right, cool.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
Let's see, we used them in
you've spiked it. Another round has gone by. This skeleton, yep. 2 rounds so far. So now there's 1 round left. Come back around. But does this skeleton see you guys? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead, Miss Biggs. Roll the dex check. We'll do the skeleton. This guy's skeleton.
14.
14? 5. Okay, the skeleton doesn't notice the altar being converted behind him and decides to mill about his way as he sees his fellow person missing up here. Makes his way back up to the stick to regain the position of the eyes. Doesn't see the altar being converted right underneath his bony skull. And these folks are milling about, doing their thing. They are catching on and making their way slowly towards these sentry towers.
Okay. So I'm going to try to use some dexterous fingers to find any secrets that this place might hold up here. So I didn't do the shrine, but it's spiked the thing. So it's spiked, and now I'm like looking around for how to perhaps access other areas of the castle and perhaps an escape or what have you. Okay, so 19.
You notice there is a secret passageway here into this other room.
And that's where I'm gonna go.
Okay, yep. So this thing opens up.
No shrine?
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I could. All right, so there's
From the secret passageway, you have a vantage point of seeing down amongst the eyeball room and skeleton manning the controls, and you see 2 fellow heroes on an altar.
Can I get there or no?
You could if you want to. I'll give you the opportunity to jump down and join them, or stay here and.
I'm going to.
We should sink shot the skeleton again.
I have a spear and a javelin. So which one is more? I think it's the spear is more damage. Or there's one that's like more. I don't know. There's like some nitpicky difference between them.
Really?
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
Are you throwing it?
Yes.
Okay.
With advantage because of
The dexterity.
my spell.
Your OPC
chance.
shanty.
Yeah.
Okay, try
Are
it.
we within double near of these guys, by the way?
No, they're further away.
Rats. But I can see the
The skeleton is,
skeleton.
yeah.
All right, so should I attack it?
Yeah, we're gonna attack it.
Yeah.
We gotta kill it.
Oh, you are? All right.
Yes, or else it's gonna
All
point the
the
eyes at
same.
us.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's all
I'm
just
going
roll.
to. I don't actually. What would that be that I'm throwing? I mean, either way it fails, but I don't know.
The spear?
Yeah, Dex or Strength?
It's dex for ranged attacks.
Even like a spear though?
Yep.
Well,
Any
anyway,
range.
it
yeah.
fails, so 6, I guess. Miss.
I cast magic missile and succeed.
Okay.
16. 2 damage.
I get a 22. Can I get another one of your dice?
Okay, 22.
Ooh, that's heavy.
15.
15 damage. So again, the skeleton climbs up there and another bolt. And he explodes in a giant burst of bones.
Dude, we are crushing this room. I don't know what these guys are doing.
I'm not doing anything.
What round are we on of 12?
This will be 6.
So I see them.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I see him explode, the skeleton, and I say, "Hey guys, when you're done, can you grab my spear?"
Hey, down there!
Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so you guys all hold your ground one more round, and you'll convert this altar.
Can I move down there?
Wait, but I've been standing on it for 2 rounds at the end of this round.
Yes, so that will be,
The 2.
yeah.
Okay.
We have to be here.
So we don't have to stay here next round.
No.
Right.
Gotcha,
When it
okay.
gets to me, that'll be your 2 rounds.
Okay.
You guys, we're converting it. Okay, you are up, Ingi. Can you jump down? Nah,
Yeah,
you're
all right,
searching.
No, I don't want to anyway. Yeah. No.
You can do the altar.
It's not too late for vehicular manslaughter.
You're right.
You're up, Ingi.
Get over there.
Ingi's gonna try to convert again.
I love it.
What are you doing?
Strength doesn't impress you, huh? All right. Let me tell you about a time back in the Legion.
She just drones on about nonsense.
So charisma.
Yeah. 3.
Okay,
1, 2, 3.
Oh my that didn't feel
It still
fair.
landed.
That didn't feel
It still landed. It landed flat on the table, right?
It landed flat just like my conversation.
This shrine wants nothing to do with you.
So, okay. Why was that
Roll
Dex
the
the first
Oris.
time? Just randomly?
What?
That I had Dex? Was that just you just chose a random?
Well,
stat?
because you said you wanted to. You were dexterously putting the pieces back in the.
Or no, you said charisma. Sorry for the shrine.
It was a force of personality that you seem to
okay.
present yourself with. He seems to be. I get what
I
I
think I was going for wisdom with the
Oh, okay.
shamanic touch there, but whatever.
Okay. I like the force of personality perspective for a second there. But you want to use your shamanic teachings? Okay.
All right. Well, I can't do it now, but can I? No. That's the end of that round, right?
That's the end of that. Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm staying up here.
the castle is moaning and groaning. Everyone make Constitution checks.
Also, you could be looking for other alternatives, exits and such.
15.
14.
12.
You said 16? Yeah. So you feel just the spikes similar to those that have touched the communication cube stab into your hearts and soul, but none of you take the damage.
Sweet.
Okay.
And yes, these zombies and skeletons are making their way to the tower.
So if I were to
Ingi,
exit,
you're probably going to get pinned if you remain in here longer.
If I were to exit, I would be seen or not yet.
Through the main door,
Yeah.
you have a chance of being seen, unless you want to do it
Do you have
stealthily.
advantage on Dex? I say try to make because we need to get.
Yeah. We gotta
to
go
the
there. So I'm gonna get down to the slider.
Okay, go
Try
for
and
it. Yep,
sneak in.
Dex.
Yep.
They're going to roll with normal, not disadvantage.
6.
These skeletons, you're caught inside this tower.
Okay. So they know I'm here.
They know you're here. These 2 or whatever know that there's something here. What the hell? And they're coming after you. Your move.
My move.
It's your turn.
All right, so let's
Gate
see.
will
what I
turn.
can
Well,
do
gate
here.
will fall at the end of this round unless something gets fucked up.
Are they near here?
Yo, yeah.
All right, so I want to do the hiss of the eel. Inspired nautical marine themed morale check. So
Okay, so these are undead. They're
Oh, so they don't have
around.
morale? Oh, never mind. So they just can't get scared.
yeah, they're just undead.
Oh, okay.
Focus and they
Actually-
tumble forward.
I'm going to then summon the potential wild from
Okay.
deep within the mines. While I am, waiting to get ambushed. So. Okay. Yep, we're good. And it's gonna summon how many?
What does it say? It's like a stupid amount.
Twice my level. There is their level.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
So it could be like one level 8 thing, or
Right.
whatever.
Sure. Let's just say we'll do 2 of these little sting bats, but they're souped up.
Okay, from the mines here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I don't control them.
Okay.
Can they fly through the gate?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're here. I mean, when do they arrive? Okay, so they're gonna arrive at the end of the round.
Okay.
I'll just put them here, I guess, and they'll do something later.
Squealing from within the mines, you draw upon the presence of sting bats.
They came in clutch last time.
Yeah, they did. There were just like 8 of them or something stupid though, which is crazy. I feel like I want to change the mechanic of that, and they like gain you advantage or like give you a defense bonus, so they're just with you, but not another thing on the board. You know, like another unit. Especially if there's 8 of them. Things to think about.
Yeah.
Go for it, Togark.
Okay.
So we purified this. What happened?
Yes, okay, so as this thing changes, you can see that the veins of gold light up and just pulse within the actual castle itself. Go ahead, roll a d4. Roll a d4 between the 2 of you and take it the best number.
Okay.
Okay. 4.
You had 4 rounds to this ritual as you hear.
It was looking rough.
It's like you're severed the connection between Captain Skrekek and this castle itself, intervening with the power. It's also brought the attention split between these towers and something related to the altars, as Skrekek calls out. There's something afoot here. We must cleanse this place with our evil presence.
Wow. Well, at least he's aware. He's all you get
But he doesn't know which one.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to move back into the main room,
Yeah.
and I'd like to try to go underneath the platform there, because everybody's looking at the towers right now. To try to get over here.
Yeah, you can probably make it to the door if you double move.
I can only make it to the door?
Yeah, it is a huge room.
What?
That's a
Okay.
big distance, yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Or you could come up this way, which has yet to be explored through the mines here.
Could be worth it. The gates are opening.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go that way. Why not?
Okay.
Climb up, you're gonna have to climb. Give me a strength check.
No, I'm gonna magic fucking my way up there.
Misty step.
Misty step my way up there.
Spell?
Climbing. Climbing is for mere mortals.
Nat 1? I love the hubris right before the roll.
The first time I've used this.
Is it a spell, a wand, a
It's a
scroll?
wand.
Oh, that's bad. It's gonna blow up.
Give me the Oris.
Oh my goodness. Now, so the Oris is gonna use a lot I think it's 3 charges to re-roll a die.
Yep. And we only have 1 left.
Yeah, so you're
something's gonna happen.
unlocking the next route,
Yeah,
the
that's
next
Fine,
level.
Keep unlocking.
That's fine.
Crank it up.
All right.
The more Oris, the merrier.
The more is the merrier.
Go ahead. Write down the check marks, add the boxes at the bottom. And Togark feels a sense of unfulfillment. Like something about his past has yet to be fulfilled. Something about his dreams tease him, yet feels without reach. What is Togark's greatest desire related to his magical prowess?
His greatest desire is to learn how to effectively teach other goblins to use magic so that his village can prosper.
The Oris shows you this route with you as this mighty sage, just pulling and drawing upon magic and teaching and uplifting your tribe of goblins to a new height, a new position, especially in this brave new world. Perhaps they are the leaders of Arventa. Perhaps they are the ones to reign supreme over the Circle, over the Hawkers, over the Volpes Argentum. And it is a goblin sort of city in the sands. Should you choose to accept this, the charges will continue, or you could drain all the powers of the Oris to become this de facto sage of Arventa and gaining ultimate power and access to new levels and spells mechanically.
Would they leave here? Would they leave here?
No.
Okay.
Immediately gaining access to levels and spells right now? At this moment?
In this moment?
After this castle. Should you bring the Oris to see the light of day? The four moons on the surface.
That seems pretty selfish.
And you would, and amongst that, you see within your visions Arcuria's desires. You see the names listed on the Oris there, on the left. Arcuria, the Oris paper.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you see Miss Biggs's desires to learn more about their family and their ancestors and their curiosity related to the Geed Pyre to the north. I think there's even something else listed there as well.
Yep.
These people's desires are there and you're aware of them, but now yours are being offered to you and as a facet of the Oris as well too. True goblin power.
True goblin power.
Or you can forego
I will earn it on my own. I'm not doing that.
No.
Wow, bold
Togark
words. Is that what
maybe
Togark says to himself?
Yes.
I will learn it on my own. Okay. What'd you roll?
I'm also realizing this is not a D20.
It's on the other side.
You can just roll the die.
Yeah, you can just roll the die.
I
That's
had it-
just for the fun of it all,
Okay,
but
okay.
for the sake of speed. But you get the feeling that you're looking into.
Hooray! We pass.
So the Oris grants you this reality in front of you in which you cast your Misty Step to dive within the side here. We find fellow kobolds and a bridge leading further back into the castle as well. And should you spend some time, I know it's tough for you to see, but what do you guys see in here, Brandon? What do you see in there?
Oh, there's gold and a Gnoll, or some sort of treasure, and presumably a Gnoll. Or...
Yeah, you see gnolls and kobolds in here working away, and
Cool.
so if you choose to spend some more time in here, you can reveal that treasure.
Oh,
but
do
if
I
you'd
still
like,
have a move?
I'm just giving you that'll be your next
Okay,
turn's
gotcha.
decisions, or you could quickly traverse more or less across these rickety bridges
All right.
into the castle itself. Okay, Miss Biggs.
Miss Biggs wants to try to purify this all the time.
Okay, go for it.
Where is it here?
Yep.
Okay.
You grab my spear.
I'll grab it.
I definitely,
All right, what are you doing?
I
What's
definitely
Miss Biggs
forgot.
doing?
I'm also not going anywhere near you.
Miss Biggs wants
I'll
to
throw
take
it
their
back at you.
smoky thread and then wants to do some type of performance, right? Like, believes that this place used to be one that was a lot better than what it is now. That this was Parabas the wolf. And so with the smoky thread wants to create a cat's cradle of a wolf of Parabas.
Okay.
And say,
Performance? Are you saying charisma?
sure.
Okay.
Like charisma and dexterity of the, having the cat's cradle.
I'm going with charisma as a performance, as a force of personality.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll it.
20.
20. Miss Biggs imparts her force of will onto this shrine and converting it over. You can mark this off as well. And you feel a level 2 shrine has been unlocked, granting +1 armor class to everyone in the zone where there's a converted shrine. So +1 AC here, +1 AC here,
Nice.
Go.
Okay.
but not in the towers.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have any more moves to make towards the door?
No. You're there. You are there.
All right.
And you, in your doings and rolling an amazing skill, you believe you found a secret passageway in the corner of this room as well.
Over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go for that.
To your right there, Brandon, right on there. Slide it. Go and slide it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's,
I got you.
yeah, it feels good.
Whoa.
Leading deeper into the mines. With that, you are up, Inginatorum. This is the last round of the gate. Should you be able to prevent these zombies from getting in, disrupting you, disrupting the spike, you feel that's what they're intending to do. They're gonna come in here, shake some things up, maybe attack you, probably focus their efforts on undoing what has been done to the levers and switches. Whether it's this one or that one.
I have line of sight to these, right?
Yeah, yeah, through little arrow slits, or if they're coming up the stairwell right now, you can look down the spiral staircase and.
I don't care about the orphans in the room. I cast fireball.
Yeah, no, we're gonna. There's a vial of crushed crystal that Benji pulls out from his belt, empties it into a little container in his gauntlet.
Oh boy, can't wait to see this.
That's gonna be a 17.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
It's technically actually with advantage. Let's see if I get a 20. No.
That was a natural.
Get it out. So this is magic missile.
Okay.
Copyright free metal man.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage to
The nearest enemy there.
Chaos.
zombie. Yep. Go. Okay. You blast that one zombie. It's doing his best to shamble forward. Okay.
Yep.
If these zombies cannot come up here and pull and undo this lever, the gates will open. The zombies start stumbling and fumbling up the stairwell. One of them tries their best to lash out at you, NG, with an 11.
That's not gonna hit because of the mage armor.
Oh, which is what?
14.
14, great, good to know. And the other one's gonna do his best to get a strength check. He gets a +2. He's gonna need to roll a 11 or higher to undo this. 9, rolls a 9. And with that, the gates slowly lower down and sink. Go ahead, reveal that last little bit.
Pick it up.
So within there, you can see that there's these goblins and gnolls, kobolds, and werewolves that are working relentlessly on the mines. They've heard and rumors from up above that their tribe, their desert dog pack, is under assault, and they can provide some sort of diversion or assistance or allyship, or at least engage their skeletons that they're interacting with. Same for over here as well too. So if you need it, you can sort of metagame wise, like we give them the signal and they draw attention if things start to get a little hairy. There's some skeletons and stuff there interacting with them, and they're keeping them at work. But if you want, they could draw other ones to like start the uprising now, should you guys need it. You can also access the mines as well too, which will grant access to each of the adjacent
These other
rooms.
areas. I think we should.
We need to get over here.
I think we should summon them, and they can get to the rooms, right?
They who?
The gnolls.
Yeah. It's again. I want that, like, they're an assistant, but they're not going to be like active figures on the board.
Okay.
So
They're
it's
just
like,
gonna, like,
they're going to
distract.
draw. Yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
distract, or like they're helping you in the attack. You all get advantage on the rolls, like stuff like that.
Right.
So that's my round. You can see Skrekek and Thazzun. He's like injecting more of the Gruthiel into him. It's like you see his sword is just dripping in Gruthiel, and he wants to sever this connection that Perivas has on the castle once and for all.
And the sting bats
They
around?
appear.
All right.
Out of the blue, out of the mines.
Well, so they will take the most logical action to assist, basically.
And what would you like them to do? Just assault these zombies?
I can't say. It's whatever's
Oh,
most
okay.
instinctual that they would do.
So I'm going to say they can tie these zombies up, giving you the ability to slip away. You're now undetected, like even though they know you were there, but now,
so they just keep distracting. and-
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to call it net neutral. Oh, and then in that moment, the sting bats appear. Everything goes dark.
All right.
You are all in the dark.
Except for me, as I light my torch and make my way down the stairs.
Okay. You light your torch.
All right, so I'm going down and out. And,
Now this will draw attention to you.
with the torch.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
But we can say that's a net neutral with your sting bats helping you.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
For
You
now.
tell me what they're doing. So they're attacking these guys over here.
How long does that last? Until they
focus.
die? Oh, focus.
Or die, I guess.
Okay.
Although, I mean, since it's focus, I think if they die, they just would come back, or new ones would appear. Because if I keep focusing,
Yeah, that's an interesting spell.
yeah, I think they would just keep coming back, or a new one would arrive. Yes, so that is going to
Kept
pass.
it?
Yep,
Okay.
barely.
So
Actually,
I'm gonna say these sting bats help draw attention away from your like torch orb.
Okay, so I'm sneaking, running.
Yeah, you're hiding behind like
Yeah.
your the light's covered by the shadows of the rocks and the rubble
Maybe
around.
with them flapping, it's like
a
distracting.
web of darkness around
Well, it's
you.
just it's like shadows going everywhere, and
Sure.
they can't see the light where it's coming from.
I like it.
Yeah. And they're
Where are you
screeching.
going?
I'm going over here. I'm going to this side. Can I climb into the mine and like run or no?
If you, yeah, you can imagine that gate goes down to the floor.
Oh, so it's down. Okay. But then I'd have to like climb up on here.
Yeah,
and-
it gets hairy in the mines for
Right.
sure.
All right, I'm just running to this door, which is not unlocked, right?
Presumably it is, yeah, with the levers that you guys put the steel.
Actually, you know what? I think I should go to Skrekek and try and show him his past self.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
If you're, that's so funny that you mentioned that specific. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. I just had an item that might be useful for that, but it's location specific, not person specific. So I'm not
Okay.
sure if it would work.
Okay. Yes, I'm instead going to go over towards the platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Making your presence known more or less.
I guess. I mean,
With the torch and everything.
The bats are still distracted people. I don't know, but yes, I'm gonna head down there.
Sure, yeah, you can make your way by these zombies that are like, doing their best to attack these sting bats and everything.
Could you move the
Little figure.
down to like I don't know, like in the hallway?
Where my turn ends, I went
Go
over
over
this a
to-
couple times.
No, I'm going over here. I'm going to him. So yeah, can I get to this shrine actually?
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can't
so
do
I'm
much
there.
with it, but you're there, yeah.
All right, so no move or no action for the
Yeah,
shrine. Yeah.
You've got this whole thing.
Yep. And I did maintain. Okay. Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. Go for it, Togark.
Okay. There's some mention of some treasure over there or something.
Yeah, if you stay within the mines, you can like loot this hidden treasure that's in there.
Is it? So I can't see. Is it up
It's-
above?
It's down below. It's not
down
up
below.
above. Yeah. It's basically like a trade-off versus time.
Yeah,
Spending time
yeah.
to get more of this treasure, or if you forego it, you can continue on your way.
How many rounds do we have left? Are you allowed to tell me that?
Let me see. We have
Because we added 4.
5. I seem to have lost track here. 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 according to my count.
Oh. I'm taking the treasure. Okay.
You can wait, Thazzun. He's only in excruciating pain.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so you're gonna spend some time. Go ahead, roll a d4.
2.
You find more of the silver balm.
Could I roll for how many?
Yep,
3.
3 silver balms.
Okay.
This is quite a large pile in here. Should you want to stay more, you can continue to loot. But that'll be a next round choice. Next
Okay.
round endeavor. Miss Biggs.
I want to. Am I able to go up this, or is this like a thing that you have to?
There's that, and then there's another secret passageway over there.
Okay, because I still want to get this all together.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go this way.
Just getting up here, you do see the zombies like splitting forces heading their way. Some of them are heading there still.
Yeah, so I thought they were distracted with the sting bats.
Yeah, they are, but they're still like making their way. There's some of them have their attention on. You see Loric,
Yeah.
but they're keeping their bead.
Yeah. Am I able to get close enough to try to do something? So, like use the shadows of the brazier?
That'll be double movement to get there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your turn.
Okay.
Ingi. You're in this building. These zombies are around you. They're surrounded you, or doing their best to pull the lever and the switch, which they seem less interested about. More just beating you up now.
Are they close?
Yeah.
They're both
Close. Yep.
All right. Ingi takes a vial of noxious smelling components,
So I looted
sticks them into,
I looted a chest
his
of
other gauntlets.
silver vials, and then
and then starts
back up to the table
pumping
to try to work on
a
this.
bladder hooked up to a tube that goes into the gauntlet. And because of spell mastery, this is with advantage.
Nice. This is Burning Hands. Okay.
That's going to be a 15, so yes.
Pull that off.
And yeah, so being a little confuddled, Ingi's like just whipping around with flames shooting out of his gauntlet, like all around him.
How much you
in a
get?
close radius for 6 damage.
And you roast both of the zombies to the ground.
Whoa. Hell yeah.
Completely eradicating the threat that has been pressuring you and the levers and the potential shrines as well. So the zombies are gone. These
Get off my tower!
get away from my tower. Great job, Ingi. Anything else?
I mean, being that was my action, I assume that, yeah.
You want to stay here? You want to move? You want
I'm staying because
to? Okay. That's the round. You can feel that the forces of the castle yearn yet again. Roll a Constitution check, everyone.
15.
14.
8.
Oh, actually 19.
13.
15, 14, 8,
19.
19. Okay. Oh, okay. It's radiating. The shrine is pulsing heartily. Miss Biggs, you feel excruciating pain. You can either take half movement or roll at disadvantage.
Half move.
Okay. You won't be able to get to that shrine
Whoa.
if that's your goal. Like you're like like crawling. You just feel the torture up on Thazzun emanate in your vicinity.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it can see me. Like, I'm in the room. Like,
Your movement's halved. You just finish crawling, and as you crawl your way, painful. That's the trade-off here. You can either take half movement and double move your way there, but you won't be able to interact with the shrine, or get your way there, but roll at disadvantage.
all right, then I'll roll a disadvantage.
It's not going to break the shrine unless you roll a 1.
Yeah.
Your choice.
I'll
Okay.
roll a disadvantage.
You're gonna roll at disadvantage. Okay. Okay, these things are stumbling away. Well, we're not there yet. I'm still in my round, so. Okay. You're in there. The skeleton starts lumbering his way towards you, Loric.
Okay.
And does his best to smash down upon you with a nat 1 over here. Does something bad happen to the skeleton? 6. No. Flat no. It's even. So just stumbles about, and you manage to just dodge completely away from it.
So with the nat 1, that doesn't do anything.
Does something bad happen? No.
Oh, I see. That's the one part. Okay. What are the bats up to?
They're fluttering around, keeping these things at bay as well. Unless you, they're attacking them as well. Let's see. Do they attack the zombies? Yep, they hit the zombie, and let's see. Does it do
These guys are level 4 bats.
2 damage. So these.
Right.
The zombie has taken some damage, and they're tied up as well, keeping them away from.
All right,
Yeah.
so
They're all over there. Yep.
having just survived this blow by the skeleton, I think that Loric is going to, feel within him the power and the constitution granted to him by his faith and beliefs, and also the suffering that these shrines have undergone in this whole castle, right? And, to stand up to that takes indeed this fortitude within.
Beautiful. Beautiful framing.
And so he's
Roll a
going
wisdom check.
to...
Go ahead, use your constitution.
So he's going to try and really get in
forego
touch
the
with
pain
this.
of this twisted shrine.
Right, exactly. All right, 17.
Ah, yes, indeed. You feel that the shrine has converted itself to familiar faces of your past, ancient history, ancient ancestors, seeming related to you as well in this moment. All shrines can be depleted once to regain 1d4 hit points.
Oh,
neat.
So everyone gains 1d4, or like
No.
one
You
shrine?
would go to a shrine and
Oh, I
deplete
see.
it, and now that healing power is depleted specifically for that one shrine
And this is plus 1 AC. Also.
in the zone.
Yeah.
So this shrine too
Yep,
is
yep.
now okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just in the zone, in the
Yep,
zone.
yep.
So this, you actually have plus 1 AC in that specific tower because that one shrine.
Oh, and that shrine is only in this tower.
This bottom one is, but there's
Yeah.
a top one as well. But it would add to the levels of them all. Yeah, yeah.
Has that been
This
activated?
shrine is not there's no shrine activated in your tower.
Yeah, there's only one up
So
here.
you would
though.
not
There's
get plus
on
1
the bottom.
AC. Correct. Correct. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I just got confused that there were two shrines.
Yeah, there just happens to be two over there. Yep. It's not quite symmetrical. Yep.
Okay. And can I then move up to the platform?
Yep. If you'd like. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I want to get in range of them, but I want to
See, there's like this armored guardian. Captain Skrekek. I don't know if this thing's gonna bleed, but if it does, he's gonna gain some powers as Naraya reaches the northern point, the apex.
So I'd like to not be on the platform. I wanna prepare
You're like
myself
walking up the stairs
to,
to a primed, optimal position.
to just like. Is he's accessible, or is he like behind some barrier where I couldn't actually get to him and commune with him? And
I mean, besides this giant iron soldier like pacing back and forth, it's
Right.
accessible.
Okay. All right.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Togark. What are you doing?
Wait, which side are you on of the
Like this
platform?
over here, like
What if, could he be on the other side?
Who? Togark?
You.
Sure. Okay. Would that be beneficial?
Yes.
Perhaps in the calls of nature, Togark like makes some noises, and I'm like, I should be on the other side.
so you slip under the passageway and start your best to climb up this platform that the ritual's being performed on. Togark, what are you doing?
Okay. I cannot see from here. Is there an easy way to get up onto that bridge?
Yeah, you just climb up.
Like with a strength check or like...
All this rocks are going to need to be climbed on.
Gotcha. Can I misty step my way up?
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Yep. Are you done with searching the treasure?
Yes.
Okay. That's very surprising.
Nat 20, baby.
Cool. So you get double
Oh,
the
you moved
numeric distance.
over here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go right to that archway.
Describe it. What's this look like?
Togark's over here.
Sorry, I can't say it. This is crazy. What's your Misty Step look like?
So, having almost failed with the wand earlier, I channel my concentration and I can feel it start to hum with magical energy. And it draws on all of the different energy that's within this castle. And you can see it kind of vibrate into the wand. And I shoot even further than I
Perhaps
thought I was able.
aspects of the Oris imbuing your magic powers, living up to the potential
Giving you a
promise.
taste of what I promised.
Yes. Yes, indulge in my power. Okay. Yeah, and in fact, these bridges take up time, or to make a dex check, they can break or fall or whatever. So you circumvented that completely with your Misty Step.
Sweet.
Crit success.
All right.
And there from the archway, you can see, yeah, you have a bird's eye view of this ritual as Thazzun, the elder Gnoll of the Desert Dog Riders, who is captured, is slowly like bleeding out and being scarred and torn up. And he's already scarred and torn up. I don't even think I have a thing for him. Should pull it up. That's Captain Skrekek. Dealing all
That's
this.
a scary dude.
So, what are you gonna do now? You're done.
Question about the silver vials.
Okay.
What exactly does that do?
It can silver a weapon for 2d4 plus whatever I said round. One attacks.
What does silvering a weapon do?
So there are certain undead that can only be hurt by magic or silvered weapons.
Okay. Do I get the sense that the armored guy walking back and forth is one of those undead?
Yep. Same for Captain Skrekek. Same for some larger
The armored
lieutenants.
guy is
Okay.
is an undead.
Yeah.
Does it take an action to silver your weapon?
Yep.
All right, so I can't do that now. I can't take two
Right,
actions.
Misty step in action or bonus action?
It's just
no
straight up
bonus.
actions.
Oh.
I mean, the duration is instant, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, but it's an
still
action to activate the wand, cast a spell. Yeah.
takes- Okay, that's fine.
All right, you're up, Miss Biggs.
Miss Biggs is going to go to the altar,
Okay.
in pain, injured,
This moment.
but is going to pull from their cloak
The armored.
a rather large drum made from
goodness.
bone and stretched hide.
Oh my goodness.
This is the drum of distant whispers.
Wow.
That takes 5 gear slots.
Well,
It's a big ass drum.
It is a huge drum. And
Wow, Miss
slots-
Biggs carrying this around.
Slots 10 to 14 are drum of distant whispers.
Carrying
Wow.
around bass drum 5 the whole time. It's like a marching band walking around.
Yeah, I'll sneakily.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is going to do a bit of humming while also beating this drum, trying to remind the altar of what they once were, where they is trying to listen to the sounds and conversations of this location from a distant past before these altars were desecrated, destroyed,
Nice.
made impure.
And you're doing this painfully.
I am doing this painfully.
So I will grant you a +1 bonus to your roll.
Okay.
You're still rolling at disadvantage, but you have +1. So not completely
What is
negating
my-
it.
What is my stat?
Well, I guess charisma in this performance, sort of sense. Yeah. You Miss Biggs doing her best. Disadvantage,
You said a +1?
a +1.
14.
14, just enough to gain another level. Which adds, this is a converted shrine as well. You can go ahead and mark that off.
Go ahead.
You feel the, just you leave it up top there so we all know it. So yes, you all gain another +1 AC for converted shrine. So everyone gets a +2 to armor class. You feel the special forces, the spirits that were once imbuing this place with energy and power, coming to life again, imbuing you all with their essence. Continued conversion of these shrines would greatly add to your advantage, for sure. Especially
Do
with
we
the jumps.
see any more slides right now?
Not around here.
so I'm sorry, that was what? +1 AC
So now it's +2.
It's +2, yeah, it's that. +1.
within the
The
area.
zone of
Oh, yeah,
a converted
the one we see
shrine.
is over there.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, there's one right there. Yeah.
Then we still need to get over there.
And with that, you feel the undead soldiers like reacting to this. They feel the presence like of a feeling they've never felt before. Like this place is getting holy. This place is getting purified, and they don't want any of that. So I'm gonna try to be more diligent in rolling my random encounter rolls. Maybe more of these guys will show up and cause some havoc. You're up, Brandon.
Hey, you! You Shrine of Bones! You think you're tough? I bet you I can hold my breath longer than you! Constitution check.
I hope this works. I hope you fail and pass out. If you roll nat 1, you're gonna pass out.
No, that's gonna be an 18 total.
And the stone.
Yeah, my wizard has a +4 Constitution.
So NG's holding his breath, and then you see the statues like, who's there? And they're like, you have bested us. And these things draw upon you, and you can see that these faces are stubborn dwarves.
This one here?
Stubborn dwarves of distant relatives of the of Vulpius Argentum. They do not like this whatsoever. All enemies in the zone of a shrine will roll at disadvantage.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That's cool.
Skrekek's not in the zone of a shrine, is he?
Yes.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. This one.
And this bad guy, too, at the top?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Because you have these ones in here.
With that result, Ingi would like to go down to the bottom level.
Sure, yeah, you can get further if you want to get out. It's up to you.
I mean, yeah, let's just go out on the other side of the door here. No, actually, yeah, can I make it to the door?
Yeah.
All right, great.
It's a blue encrusted gem door.
Delightful.
Open it.
Not yet.
Waiting for a proper moment, a proper time. Okie day. So the skeletons here are gonna roll, we'll start with the zombies here. They're gonna roll at disadvantage and see if they can attack these stingbats, and they don't. So this thing's tied up. But this skeleton here is going to try his best to destroy the shrine.
Oh, they
damn.
can do that.
This thing's got an AC of 14. Let's see. Rolls a 10 at disadvantage. +2 doesn't make it. So they're trying his best. So now these guys are very, very pissed off and trying to retaliate. On a 1, 2, or 3, some more undead are going to show up. 4. I roll a 4. You guys have an advantageous moment. These things aren't happy whatsoever. You can see that this thing notices you in your light. It's ready to attack. It's ready to assault. If you try to make a move of some sorts, but it's, you can see Captain Skrekek is trying his best to hold down Thazzun, which has 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds left. Oh, I think I have to do this as well. These things are tied up over there. I can't wait to see what you guys are gonna do. What are you gonna do? I think I'm all set.
What do the stingbats do? Did they do anything?
They're tying up these zombies, and we'll see if they take out the zombies. And they do. They're gonna do a d6 damage, do 3 damage. They take out this zombie.
Okay, great. And I did roll, so they're maintained.
Okay.
For this, and I guess I'll just roll again to see if they're maintained again. Yes. Okay, so...
Oh, wait, I forgot. The Wand of Unlife. At this point, Captain Skrekek will animate dead and create undead. So he's going to cast this, and he will get D4 skeletons and D3 zombies. 2 skeletons.
Jeez.
And D3, D6, and 1, 2, 1 zombie. And these skeletons are gonna do their best to destroy this frickin' shrine.
Take out that shrine!
And this one's gonna try to hobble over to Ingi over there at the door. All right, skeleton 1, disadvantage. Gets a 12 plus 2, needs a 14, deals damage. It's gonna deal D6 damage. These things have 5 hit points. Rolls 5.
No, the shrine.
The shrine is destroyed. All right, so you lose that level. They no longer roll at disadvantage. You're down to like level 4 shrine.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, great.
I want to make myself known to Skrekek. So the Guardian's like guarding but not attacking.
He's ready to. If you come up here with something, he's gonna unleash and lay something out. Yeah.
Do you want to do our turns at the same time?
If you want to try and distract him, you can. I'm not going up there necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to show some respect and not fear, so I'm not being fearful, but I'm not being brash either. I'm just presenting myself. I'm not sneaking, really.
Yeah.
I'm here,
Captain Skrekek,
not even forcefully, just trying to be very, respectful and, he's not my enemy, I'm just, I have this, item that I'm holding, almost like a holy icon, you know, like I'm respectfully holding it and carrying it with me. So yeah, I'm not like, but I'm not antagonizing.
Sure. What does Loric think that is?
This?
Yeah. It's like the black is like liquid Gruthiel, like slowly imbuing the paper, and even the black part that's like on his face is like metaphoric of his own the deterioration, and his face, having actual skin, is like deteriorating around his nose as well too.
Yeah.
But it's like a snapshot in time almost. I mean, I have my own ideas, but with this text, these fonts, these words, like what is it? I'm giving you the opportunity to define it, but if you want.
It seems like an engraving, you know, a sort of a portrait done in, is it paper, or, I mean, does it have to be paper?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay, I think it's a stone, almost like a square tablet, like a little portrait, you know, you might have in a wall somewhere in your house, you know, in a hall of ancestors or something, and this was his, maybe when he came of age. And does it look like an elf, perhaps?
Sure.
So maybe this, you know, giant elf is from another lost tribe, very, very distantly related to...
Yeah, countless millennia ago.
Yeah, but with his sort of knowledge of all these different languages and whatnot, he can read this, you know, text, and it says Skrekek. And so I think I'm just gonna go for it.
What's it mean?
It's his name.
No.
This is who he was before.
Skrekek.
And so he holds it up and he says, Skrekek, I have found you and I want to restore you. And so he, you know, does Skrekek notice this? This is enough?
Yeah, at the moment of having heard that, Skrekek, you know, he's focusing on Thazzun, and like almost for the first time you see just his hand shaking, his Gruthiel blade. And he just turns and he just looks at this thing. Where did you get that?
It was given to me. I know not. In the mists of this castle and its corrupting force, I came upon it. And I want to restore this and you to your true self. And I'm going to try to extract, or, you know, remove, not satanically, shamanically cleanse the Gruthiel from this tablet. Take it away.
Mm-hmm. Do you have something specific, or are you just going to try to...
well...
Wisdom? You want to use your wisdom, or is there an actual spell that you have?
I don't have a spell. I mean, I have, you know... well, so...
Can I assist?
Sure. Yeah.
How?
I'm gonna try to toss you one of the silver vials.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, go for it. Throw me the silver vial.
Silver counter.
What is this check?
It's definitely a dex check.
Okay.
You're going to need a 15 or higher to get it to him.
I'm not chanting anymore.
Damn it.
Otherwise, it's going to smash. He's looking at the horse. He already rolled you. Oh, but there are other powers to this horse. Reposition people. You can. There's an interesting one that people haven't used, like rolling 2d6, and you can add or subtract to dice.
I think I'm gonna try that.
You're wild.
If I use that,
Do I add that many checks?
Yes, but do I have to use it on this roll?
No, it's in the bank.
It's in the bank.
Yeah, it's in the bank.
Oh, then yeah, use
it can
that.
be used
Put
at
it in
any
the
time.
bank.
Can I roll this and then use that?
Nope, you're going to use that now.
Okay.
And you're going to roll 2d6, and
Yep.
you can choose to add or subtract to any rolls those d6 numbers.
Okay.
I think maybe it has a qualifier. If it's even, you add, and if it's odd, you subtract.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try that.
So how many charges is that?
5.
That's a hefty amount.
Yep. So we'd be at 7.
7. So again, as you use this thing, you just see a vision of Togark.
Togark.
Thanks background. It's like sitting next to you, obeying your Togark ways. the Gnoll that has joined your party. You see Torgak bowing down to Togark as a sage. How about that? How about that? In all of his powers. So there you go. You're gonna. Beautiful. All right, you got a 5. And you get a.
3, so that's an 8.
No, they're separate. You keep them separately.
Oh, if odds subtract from the roll.
Oh, do not add together. If even, add to. Oh, they're both odd. No. All right.
Your powers aren't what you want them to be. So that anyone can use that. They sit in the pool.
All right.
Oof. That 2.
All right.
Yep. So that's just a 2.
Just use the Oris again.
Charge that sucker up.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? You got plenty of powers you don't understand.
That would fully charge the Oris again.
Yep.
You have 3 vials.
I have 3 vials.
Just keep chucking the vials.
Yeah, we're gonna. We're not gonna do that right now.
Well, I mean, am I done?
You're interacting with Captain Skrekek. He seems a bit shaken up. Like you've struck a nerve, and he doesn't want to play that song anymore. You know, he wants to end you, everything. But he's like pacified, but his guard isn't.
Is he coming at me?
Yeah.
Oh God. Can I back away?
Yeah.
So I'm backing up.
Like something's happening. It's effective. It's not fully penetrated Captain Skrekek. Should you persevere and bring it closer and like touch him with it, or like really overcome him with it, who knows? It could cripple him completely.
What if I extracted the Gruthiel from it? Would that change him? Would that
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to try and take whatever's on his face off.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead. We'll call that a wisdom check.
Okay.
You need 13 or higher.
Oof. 8. No, 9, but
Accept that roll.
nah. Gonna re-roll it. Check off 3.
Dude, it's 3 charges. Yeah. So what is that at?
It's
10
full.
again.
It's full.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So
Check him off.
Loric, you use this Oris in such a way that presents this reality to you in front of you. But what is one thing that Loric seeks to avenge? Revenge. What does he seek revenge on?
The forces
With,
of...
how about this? Amongst the circle, who do you seek revenge on?
Whoa.
Let's keep it local.
Well, as a representative of the empire or kingdom, Herman, as a noble, stands for some things that the people of the Isles off the coast are not really down with. And they've had some clashes in the past. So is it personal? Not necessarily, but the representation of both sides there, they're kind of like repping their people a little bit. So there's some beef, I guess, or maybe tension with Herman. So what do we get on here? Oh, that looks pretty good. That's a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Actually,
okay.
21.
So,
but...
Loric, you could deplete all the power of the Oris to extract the most brutal revenge against Herman.
No, that's not his way. That is not his way. But he will extract the Gruthiel from this.
Okay, yeah. You pull out this Gruthiel and it fills your heart with rage. You can cleanse that last little bit of the paper, but it feels like you've taken it upon yourself.
Okay. So that's the effect. Rage.
Yeah. Rageful, bloodlust, and in doing so, you can see Captain Skrekek in front of you just kind of like reel from it as well, and almost like a burden has kind of been lifted from his shoulders, but he's still shocked that this has been presented and cleansed right in front of him.
Okay.
Togark, you threw that thing.
Yes. So I still have a move, but I think I'm gonna stay up there.
Can he try to walk along the gate?
Gate's down.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Maybe that might.
Is that gate up or down?
This is all down. These are all down now.
Yeah, I'm saying you might be able, because end of the day we need to get to the side.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess I can start to navigate my way over there.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're underneath, or you want to walk over? Yeah. What's fine. It's all abstract.
Yeah, I guess if I go to that edge, could I Misty Step to the other side with the gate down? Because I can't walk across it. 'Cause
Well, it's down.
Oh, okay.
Like you're just strolling. I think.
Yeah, it's all connected. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you're there, Miss Biggs.
I'm trying to make it to my buddy. I want to call you Ingenium. Is the only Iggy?
Ingy.
Ingi or
Inginatorum.
Inginatorum, yeah.
Yeah, Ingi. I want to make it to my buddy Ingi. Can I make it to Ingi from where I am up here?
If you double move, yeah.
Okay. What if I? Like, is there any kind of like chandelier or like anything? Like, what does the ceiling look like?
It's just this floating aisle with a suspended prison that's
What about these things coming out of it?
yeah, they're conduits connected to the castle of gold and silver.
Conduits connected to gold and silver. Okay, so I have these smoke weavers thread.
Okay.
And they're called smoke weavers thread, right?
Okay.
Like it makes me think you know, spiders. And so what if Miss Biggs tried to use their thread in order to swing, like use the conduits and the thread in order to swing and get to Injury?
I'll let you do it with the dex. If you fail, it's going to take a double movement, but you did the cool thing.
Yeah, I'm down.
If not, then it'll be a single move.
Okay.
That's a
Natural 20.
That's exactly what you need. Okay, so come on, tell me, what happens?
So Miss Biggs sees everything that's going down and is like, oh shit, what is Loric doing all the way over there? And it's like, okay, we just need to get to these other altars. And it's like, how do I get all the way to the other side of this fucking castle? And it's like, I have these threads. And so they wrap them around their wrists and then they get them, they lasso them and they start tossing them and then they swing around, like they go all the way around the platform. And then they land and they slide next to Ingi.
Nice.
And are like, we need to get into this room now.
Superhero land. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see there's zombies coming for you guys as well. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, once
I
the
would even
crack
say
open
that you're so dexterous that you land and slide and then immediately start opening the door.
Door's open, well, it's unlocked. You can
okay.
kick it open with your
Yeah, all right.
6 freaking...
Dang, I thought we were gonna do like a quick dex.
Yeah, you guys hammered those levers up pretty damn well.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, what's up?
Do the honor of these two thingies.
Not this one here.
Not this one.
Okay.
Go ahead, do them both. Yeah, do them all.
Okay.
It's just more parts of the mind.
Do you see? Oh, okay, there's the other altar. The red
Yes. Nice. Okay.
I cannot say.
one. Neither can I.
So there's the altar, there's a platform with a lever, and then there's a chest on the opposite side of the room of the altar.
Yeah, damn it, I guess that means the last altar's probably up there.
Probably. But I'm not that far.
That's true. All right.
Within this room, there's one special force. Seems one of the lieutenants
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh boy.
guarding this room. What do you do, Ingi? You see, it's a floating spectral force. You've heard about these lieutenants as well. They have great, unbelievable power and usually are immune to regular attacks.
I have a silvered vial.
I'll get to you in a minute. Ingi's gonna take a look back into the main room. Does it appear that all of these are within a near distance of each other?
Yes.
So, doing his best to target this in a way that is going to avoid any friendly fire. Let's see if Ingi finds what he needs on this person.
Oh boy. I can't wait to see this.
He does not.
Which one was this?
This was one.
No goo today, huh?
Well, we can always get the Gnolls in here and activate them. They're still just
Yeah.
working the mines as all this chaos is going on.
Ingi seems to have tossed all his goo earlier, so We're gonna.
It happens.
He's bereft of goo right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just blow it all up.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. All right. Yeah, so I guess Ingi will then use his move to come to the doorway over here with Ms. Biggs.
You can move further in. I still have an action that I can use to move with you.
That's right. Yeah, you do.
Just get right up in there, right close to that enemy.
He's not going that close.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Too much stuff on the table.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have been moving him. I was just like looking at it.
Yeah, you do, Brandon, from all the way across the
Sorry.
table. You're
Just
doing great.
out there, yeah. Keep it up.
All right, yeah, no, that's where Ingi's posting up.
What are you doing here? There is no breath breathers that live here.
Oh, I thought this was the bathroom.
I can hold my breath.
You feel a presence of cold as you enter this room. A lot of pain has happened here. Seems they have something caged up in the caves as well, too. Looks like he could be pulling that lever. Should you not tread carefully enough. All right, you feel the pain of Thazzun yet again. Everyone roll the dex checks, constitution checks. If a majority of you do not pass, a timer will decrease on Thazzun's timer.
14.
14.
14.
13. Oh!
You all pass.
It was all 14. You should have
You
got
all
something.
pass, but you can feel that the agony of the Gruthiel increases every turn of the way. I'm gonna roll 1, 2, or 3. Something could happen. I roll a 2. Okay, I'm rolling again. Roll a 3. Raise the stakes. Okay, as you guys are doing your best, you can feel that a shrine will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, this one up here shatters.
What?
Seems
Can I use my subtracting dice to prevent that from happening?
Yeah. Subtract from the 3.
it would be a different shrine.
Make it 0.
Yeah.
We worked hard for these shrines.
Yeah, I know. I agree. This is just the stakes have been raised as this. No, I'm gonna let it roll because this is a random roll. This is a random encounter. Got the random encounter. So there's plenty more shrines out there. So you guys have dropped down. You're just gonna lose +1 AC. This thing doesn't have any activated shrines, so you don't even gain the benefit in this room.
Okay, I see one shrine. Is there more than one, or is it just the one?
Where's the one shrine?
It's here. You can't see it from your
Is it
angle.
this?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh,
Oh, there's 2 actually.
There's 2 in there. Oh,
There's 1 here. What are the bats up to? They do anything or?
These fucking bats. Yeah.
Should be kicking ass.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, let's see.
They kill
That's right. Let's see if these bats get fucking killed by these things. No. Okay, so they're engaging these guys over here. These things are going crazy.
All right. Well,
So
not for
we'll
long.
save these skeletons and everything. We'll try to give these skeletons a chance too. No, these guys are not attacking these sting bats. But the sting bats and the skeletons are engaged in such a battle that they are completely tied up.
Yeah. All right.
This one zombie is gonna march towards Miss Biggs. You still have a remaining action that I think I cut you
Yeah.
off on? Yeah, what was it? What you want to do? The zombie's heading towards you.
Maybe I'll just shoot the zombie.
Okay, go for it.
It's aware of me.
Yes, yeah. You guys have lost that edge long
13.
ago. Roll for damage.
Damage.
It's got 5 hit points.
Cool.
Ooh, okay, now the zombie's going after you. Gonna attack. 19. Does a D6
Oh wait,
damage.
it's close to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have attacked with my D8. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Roll a D8. Let's see. This could be. Let's see. I'm gonna eat my words.
Hey.
So you jab it, stab it, and the zombie falls.
All right.
Okay,
Nice.
undead commander is going to try to end your life, Loric.
Okay, I have been moving away. Is it like on top of me?
He's going to use his movement and come up to you. And
Okay, all right.
try to smash down upon you. He's going to roll an 8 plus 3 is 11.
You have +1 to your AC.
Yes, so 11. So that would hit, right?
That hits.
But not if I subtract the damage.
You're right. You're gonna,
Well, you subtract the hit.
Yeah, just
Take no
take the
damage.
hit.
yeah, you can subtract.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Subtract,
So
yeah.
with the Aurus powers, you just jump out of the way and manage to dodge his attack.
AC is only 11?
Yeah.
With
I mean,
the bonus.
I'm
Same here, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so that die is out of the pool now.
All right, so we still have the 5.
5, yeah.
All right.
You guys have some good powers here.
So-
Skrekek, get rid of that! Throw it into the depths! I don't want to see any of that! My blade seeks your pain and agony. You are trying to fool me. This is my castle. These are my slaves, and I will do my best to extract all the Gruthiel. You're trying to take everything from me. Never, never! What do you do?
Can I reach him?
Yeah, you can get right up there, yeah.
Well, so, all right, in my rage and combining with, I'm letting the stingbats expire.
Okay.
However, I would like to use that rage plus the Call of the Wild kind of expiring in a burst of energy to get all of the gnolls involved, or kobolds, and now everybody's involved. So they feel that this is the time to rise up. And I think maybe they're even filled with a little bit of bloodlust themselves
This
for
is the
all
one.
of the suffering they've faced. And now this shamanic shanty that they've been hearing, infused with a new kind of rage that they've never heard before.
Okay, so they're gonna create a distraction.
Sure. Oh, they're going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
bloodlust, the rage of the gnolls, kind of adds to the whole chaos of the scene. They start lashing out at the skeletons. They start giving you guys advantage on what you want to do.
And I'm going to. So Skrekek, what is he wearing? Like armor and stuff?
Oh yeah, he's got heavy armor with spikes on it, and you can just dripping with Gruthiel, and he's just like the embodiment of pain and suffering, especially with his blade.
So now that I've extracted the Gruthiel and I'm coursing with rage and anger towards all of these guys, I'm going to. So now I'm up next to him, and I want to just grab him and press the tablet against him.
Okay, make a Constitution check.
Oof. Not one. But not if I use the Oris.
To subtract 5 from it?
No, to roll the Oris.
Is that what you want to do?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Oh my goodness, which one?
I don't know, 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you just have to re-roll?
Yeah.
So this
I'm
is
just
now
gonna roll
3 over.
again.
You see these visions of revenge against Herman and the Circle. What other faction amongst our adventurers do you feel like the Circle should gain control of?
What are the factions here?
In the moment, we have
Oh, right now at the table.
generally the 214th,
Right.
the
14th,
Hawkers,
Vulpe Sargentum, unnamed goblin group. Anybody else?
Goblin Barbarians.
That's it, right?
And then the distant, I forgot what they were called.
I mean, that's all the people that actually play.
Right, well, there's still a distant group that got their names of them.
I will roll for it later.
Oh,
But right now, I just want to re-roll this die, and then I
Okay.
will roll to determine the answer of that.
Jeez.
Oh, and that's a 20. A dirty 20.
they're dirty 20. Okay, so you overcome the power of this Gruthiel in the paper and on his armor, or in the tablet and on his armor, and you can just see it singeing. And unlike like burning sensation, it has like a feeling to it. Like it's like a vibrating, and it's almost like his bones get rocking to his, like getting rocked right to his bones. You can see that he has this. If he had eyes, they would be rolled back into his head, and you see him lost in his memory, and he's trapped in what he feels was his former life, a life that he has let go far beyond his memory. And you've got him locked down. If you can continue to do this, you'll bring him to his knees if you can survive his lieutenant, his guardian's attack.
I want to also use my shamanic wisdom
Okay.
to take my other hand and place it around his kind of head and face.
Okay.
To amplify the powers of, this mystical moment, spiritual moment, returning him. And it's not really used for this, but the morale spell, I guess I'm gonna kind of use it in a positive way.
Yeah.
So instead of like scaring people off,
Yeah.
use it to like imbue
Call him
with
to. Yeah. Okay,
morale.
sure. Go ahead. Try to get that off.
That's a 13.
Uh-oh. It's like 9 plus spell tier for that shaman.
That one's a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
10 total?
Yeah. So
So you did it.
no, so it's a DC 10.
Okay.
13. With all these bonuses. So
You did it.
So I did it.
Yeah.
The hiss of the eel.
Yeah, Hiss of the Eel is calling upon. Okay,
I'm
so
flipping it, or maybe I'm using it to.
Hiss of the steamboat.
I'm hissing and morale. Maybe I'm scaring off the other lieutenant. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
show of brash. Whatever.
we'll see if the guardian rolls a 14 or higher, he's fine.
Okay.
Roll 6. So you can see you're calling upon his Captain Skrekek, drawing upon his memories, and it's like making the guardian shake. He'll get a penalty to his rolls,
Okay.
being shaken or unmoraled or separate from morale. Like you're rocking his captain so hard that he's never seen something like this before.
Rocking his captain's world.
He's rocking his captain's world. Togark.
Too bad you're out of goo.
Togark. I just keep thinking of right? You hear the Togark name in your mind, and you're like, I know. What do you do?
So I'm gonna keep moving across and try to get
Double
up
move.
to the
What about me?
unknown area.
You walk right by, yeah. You
walk
see,
into this.
you see Loric
We
totally.
gotta solve this whole altar problem.
I don't think so.
If you fail,
No, this is gonna end the fucking thing.
we don't know that.
Eh?
Backup plan. Plans and plans.
Plans on plans.
Is that really a double move?
Oh yeah.
But I was.
Abstract.
You moved me further. I
Yeah,
was
you
on
go here,
the
and
edge.
you like go here, and then you go over there. Here, I'll put you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
You feel better for that. Okay, I love it.
Well, there's an altar and a treasure chest in there too.
And a shrine.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
This is that top entrance.
the doozy.
It is.
Yeah, what happened to the
this
other?
is the top entrance?
This is the top entrance. Yeah.
Oh, man, that
was
would've made it so
too.
easy.
Yeah, you're right. And I was like, I'm gonna leave them out. Maybe some people start dying. Okay. Togark, you are all. Anything else?
I double moved.
Yeah. Okay. Nick, Miss Biggs.
I want to roll up on Spectre Lieutenant.
You're moving in here?
Yeah,
You getting
okay.
in their business, like up here, down on the little ground here, or kind of thing? Or
I want
You can
to.
get about there.
I want to.
It'll be a double move up top. Yeah.
I'm gonna double move up to them.
all right, you're facing off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say there are intruders. Captain Skrekek needs help in the main room. The ritual is under threat.
Awesome.
This is all true.
You are right, and I see it from you. Anything else, Miss Biggs?
I'm gonna turn invisible.
Are you?
Yes.
Is that a free action?
Stealthy.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Get shit on.
Ingi, you see Miss Biggs come up and try their best and disappear. Magic missile.
Yep. That's going to be a 13, so yes.
Spell mastery double.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that.
What's spell mastery?
Roll with advantage, yeah.
Oh.
1 point of damage.
You see this thing affected by... Yeah. I will deal with you.
No, you won't. I run out of line of sight on the other side.
Okay?
Thank you.
We'll put you over.
You can see that the lieutenant just takes the lever, starts pulling it down as this portcullis down at the base of that cave starts opening. It'll open in D4 rounds. It'll open at next round.
Oh,
1 round.
it's moving. Take my word for it.
And it floats off to the altar.
Can I put the portcullis back?
You good? Yeah. What's going on over here? Okay, if you survive this, the lieutenant's coming down with his fist, trying to crush you in between. Rolls a 12 plus 3, hits you.
Wait, what's your AC?
Penalty does it count?
11.
Oh, yeah, -1. So it's still hits you. You have an 11? Yes, guys,
can use
14
the
total.
-5.
You do -5?
Five to the hit.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that.
nice
Oh, no,
clutch.
I'm letting someone else do it.
See, you had your back.
Yeah, thanks,
That's
guys.
clutch. So you see this fist, but something, the Oris permutates the time around you, giving you the chance to further your assault onto Captain Skrekek. You can see Thazzun just slowly yelling out. That's another round here. Everyone roll Constitution checks.
9.
15.
3.
22.
Okay, so we're it's not majority. You can feel the pain and anguish resonate as it,
Oh, you meant from this point on.
yeah.
Oh.
Resonate. So you lose a round as Thazzun's pain and suffering intensifies. You have 3 rounds left.
Here, let's get me right in the middle there. I'm up in this business.
Yeah, you're all here. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is relevant to what I want to do. So, I want to unite the beings here and, entwine everyone's spirits together and really call to the sea and the skies and the earth and everything. And, these bitter enemies that have been torturing and, fighting and whatever, try and release that pain. And first I'm going to try and maintain.
In your engagement of this moment, you feel your conversion of Skrekek is on the right track. You also feel that the ritual he's trying to perform is to sever this connection of Perivas and the castle itself. Perhaps you could use that to free both of them, but you feel like it would merge them two together. Thazzun would be Captain Skrekek, Skrekek would be Thazzun, and if one happens to dominate the other, they could choose to end themselves, become unliving, to just surrender to the mortal coil of life and die, but they would both be destroyed in the process.
And
Otherwise,
Perivas do we know what happened to Perivas?
should Thazzun gain control of what you're trying to do and choose to end Captain Skrekek's life, Perivas would regain control of the castle.
Oh, so okay. I sense if I were to join these two together, they would actually combine into one.
And nullify themselves.
Okay.
So you have a choice here. Delete them both and save the castle, or let this ritual commence, end Captain Skrekek's life and have Thazzun gain control of the castles, Thazzun / Perivas, because they're both alive.
But if my sort of conversion of Skrekek succeeds, he would become his old self again? He would become living? Wouldn't he become this person or no?
In this, what's happening right here, they would, yes, he would, but it would in turn combine with Thazzun.
Oh, I see. Because of the ritual.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so because I was going to touch the Thazzun and bring them, physically, like put a connection between them.
Yeah.
That would have that effect. Okay.
Merging them, like matter and antimatter, like canceling each other out. Successfully accomplishing what you want to achieve, but losing Thazzun in the process. Saving Perivas and the castle itself, but losing Thazzun. If you weren't here, Skrekek would sever the connection of Perivas and Thazzun, then you'd lose them both.
Right. Okay. So, sorry, my choice is to combine the two, or...
Just face Skrekek as an entity to try to save them both.
I see, okay. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to...
But in what you're trying to do with your ritual, it would combine them.
I don't understand my choice.
So your choice is don't do the ritual and just face Skrekek head on?
Oh, and fight him?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna fight him. No, I'm doing the ritual.
Then the choice is clear.
All right, yeah, I didn't know that was the choice. I thought it was like two types of ritual.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, no, I'm not gonna fight him. All right, so I'll see if my hiss continues.
Fucking your torch goes out in the darkness of all this.
The hiss continues.
The hiss continues.
Yeah.
In the darkness.
So does that scare off the?
If he
guy.
rolls less than a 14. And he does, so -2 penalty this round as the hiss continues to rock him to his core.
Okay. I'm continuing the ritual, just pressing in on him.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and make a Constitution check. As you're trying to, force yourself in between the Gruthiel and
17.
this whole conduit of all the Gruthiel. 17. Okay, you're managing to hold off all this pain and agony and suffering.
All right, I've taken enough time.
Trying to destroy
Oh yeah.
Skrekek.
He's trying his best.
So it's dark in there now?
It's dark.
If I light a torch from my position here, does that give light to the whole area? Mm-hmm. Okay, I will light a torch.
To your area.
But
Yeah.
just
Well, because
just
it's lit here. So.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, just someone's taking the effort to light some torches.
Okay.
And
It casts the light. Nice.
yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be your turn
Well, you
to light a
can
torch.
move.
You can move. Yeah.
two. I'm gonna move to the altar.
Wow. Okay, 4 rounds. Keep track of that.
This counts as a round, yes.
Yeah, when it goes around, that's 1.
Okay.
Jeez. All right, it's me.
Yes, Miss Biggs, you're in this entity, or you're in this room here. You're invisible. You see this spectral force heading back to the altar. The portcullis is opening. Something's in there.
I want to close it and jam it.
Okay, make a strength check.
13. No, sorry, 11.
The lever is a stronger mechanism than you anticipated.
Ooh.
You'll halt it. You'll slow the process.
Okay.
So it will be open in 2 rounds. But it's still opening. You gonna stay here?
I mean, I can't really.
Let me know when you're visible.
I mean, yeah, I'll move to the thingy where she went.
Okay, you're going to the altar. Yep.
Yeah.
So the thing's gonna open in 2 rounds now.
Okay.
So 1, and then I'll go around again in 2. Ingi.
Ingi's gonna duck in and take a pot shot with the gauntlet.
You got it?
That's gonna be a 17. That's gonna hit.
You hit, yep.
2 points of damage.
This thing's affected by it. You see there's like some conflict on the altar as the evil forces and the good forces try to convert this whole thing. Obviously, Miss Biggs is invisible, but you get the sense that your ally is doing something. Okay, so this thing, my turn. These stingbats are gone. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, there's skeletons everywhere. This thing's being converted up here.
Gnolls have been.
Oh,
The
yeah,
gnolls are energized. They're activating. They're doing their best. This guy's gonna try to attack you. He's got a -2 penalty, so he's got a +1 to attack. What's your armor class?
11.
He needs a 10 or higher to hit you. Rolls a 7. These guys, you guys are unbelievably ahead of the game here.
I wouldn't say that.
I think
It's a little tight.
It's a little tight. But yeah, Thazzun will die in 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm saying.
need
It's a
to.
little
Yeah,
tight.
you need to do something. You need to convert this guy right now. Your move.
Let's see. So Loric begins chanting an ancient chant that is not a spell, but it's the healing circle. It's a form of, healing ritual that he's learned. And he's going to, in fact, do it with such passion and such depth, kind of rhythmically not beating, but, striking against his chest and his head, Skrekek's head and skull, and he's chanting his name, he's chanting mystical, Sylvan or primordial, different dialects that he knows. And he's going to do it so intensely that it's actually going to damage him and his voice in order to amplify its effects. He's going to, actually be hurting himself in the process.
Okay.
And so I don't know what you want that to look like.
How about this? We will do opposed charisma rolls.
Okay.
Unless you want to do wisdom.
I would say wisdom. I mean,
Fine,
it's a shot.
I'll do wisdom. I just like the force of personality. Okay, so
Well, it
opposed
could
wisdom.
be wisdom versus charisma, if you want.
Sure.
If that gives
Fine.
Skrekek an advantage.
It does.
Okay.
So wisdom versus charisma. This will determine if you convert him or not. Okay? If you convert Skrekek, he will merge with Thazzun, ending this whole ritual. Like, Thazzun will choose to forego his life and negate Captain Skrekek and take him down to his knees, fill him full of with emotion that he's never felt before, because Thazzun's tribe and pack is on the line here. Combining them will shatter Captain Skrekek into a million pieces.
I don't know that Loric fully understands that, but he just knows that he has to get this person to be whole again
Right.
in order to stop what's happening. So he doesn't necessarily know what's going to
If
happen.
you don't make it, what happens? I'll let you set the terms.
Well, he's been chanting so strongly and heavily, I would say roll a d6 damage.
How about a D8?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. I get +2. Nat 2.
Oh,
19.
19.
Wow.
Plus.
Yes, I rolled a natural 2. So Skrekek was at his knees, totally faced with his former self. Loric chants an unbelievable chant, bringing in songs of yesteryear and combining these two. Thazzun lets out one last howl that echoes throughout the chamber, just as the remaining Gnoll forces make do with the last of the undead army up above. Just as they come down to the chamber, they aid in Togark's conversion of this shrine, of this altar. Kalazan makes his way, setting foot within here and seeing his fallen packmate fall to his knees. Kalazan right there,
Oh, there he is.
coming out and witnesses his elder combine forces with Captain
Watching it
Skrekek,
happen over here.
just totally being consumed. Wolf enters the skeleton, helmet crushes his head, his last scar just of an eye just collapsing. He looks to the heroes who have done their best to hold this at bay, and he just, take thee over the altars and return Paravas to his former glory. And the bones just like consume him and crush him as the remaining husk of bones and skull and fur just clatter around the altar, filled with the remaining essence of the Gruthiel crystal shards. So for the sake of aid, I'm say Togark, your altar is pretty much complete. I would say if you guys could take down this last creature, you'll have
attack it?
You can attack it. It'll be unaware of you.
Yeah.
Miss Biggs, go for it.
19.
Okay, you land a hit.
Okay.
How many dice are you rolling here?
I'm rolling 3. 3d8 because I'm using my silver.
What longsword is this?
This is the
The
gray,
crescent moon.
Yeah.
Longsword.
Hell yeah.
the gray. What are they called?
The steel
Silver, yeah,
steel
it's
lions.
Steel
Lions.
Oh, that's tough. What'd you get?
I got 4.
Out of 3d8.
Yes, I rolled 2 ones and a 2. Actually, can I re-roll? Like, can I re-roll this with the Horus or something? How would that work?
What's the horse
So you
say?
can re-roll any die.
It'd be 1 die for 3.
1 die. Jesus. I can also do 2d6. And if they're even,
But they might end up
add them.
subtracting.
Yeah. Well, we've got Kalazan and we've got Knolls. I mean, maybe it's not such a desperate.
It's not desperate. It's, we're reaching that point where things are.
I think I'm going to use 3 to
Culminating.
re-roll at least one of these. Yeah.
Okay. Check it off, baby.
So you feel that power again.
All right. So that one became a 5. So now it's 9 damage.
Nice.
I'm
9.
running out of space here.
On top of the, how much did you do?
3 total.
Yeah. Okay.
So 12, 20.
He's got 3 hit points left.
Jeez.
This is Inginatorum's moment. You reveal yourself, Miss Biggs, the crescent moon, and you can see the face on this corrupted wraith. Shocked.
Okay.
Alright, so Ingi loads up the gauntlet. Different lens pops over his eyes. He takes aim. That's gonna be 16.
You hit, roll for damage. Get a 3.
4.
Yeah. No doubt.
Okay, that was a good use of that one.
You're tempted by the power as well, Miss Biggs. You blast. Give us the last of it.
So Ingi loads up and a couple of those lenses pop down. And then he kind of turns his head for a second, flips them up, looses it, and it just goes right through the center of the wraith that sort of like dissipates into the surroundings without a trace.
You feel, with the power of this crescent sword guiding your way, this was some sort of enemy of these silver lions at some point. Perhaps they would like to know about that inside the depths of this castle. Inginatorum, you are one of the prominent members here now of the Volpace Argentum, and you can feel the last of this castle rise up. You've spent some time, the last moments in this altar, converting it, restoring power back to Paravas the serpent. And that's when a poem comes to your mind. Do you have a poem?
A poem. I do have a poem that was told to me by Hilarious once. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
There once was a bard named Bonaire. He was doing a lass on the stair. The banister broke, so he doubled his stroke and finished her off in midair. What's so funny? I don't get it.
With a moment of levity, you have this poem that comes to your mind as well. Inginatorum is always up for a good laugh. Give us what you recall here. What's the title?
The Cyclops Creation Hymn. Within a crumbling temple, shadows reign. An eye statue watches in the strain. A mosaic beneath of hands and lore, crafting worlds from ancient core. A hymn of creation etched in stone, a legacy of the Cyclops' own. Hands that shaped reality's sphere, now lost, but still the song we hear.
Perivas gains control, and you can feel this essence emanate within Inginatorum's words, and the castle rises up, and there Calazan looks to you all, bereft, distraught that he lost his packmate, but at the same time has saved his desert riders. And the castle submerges in its full glory and continues to elevate as, like a hunched wolf, comes out of the sand and extends these legs and starts to just take a moment and a step forward. This castle's mobile now.
The roaming front.
As if settling down, it slowly gained depth. It has been restored and resurfaced. After some time, and as the dust settles, Calazan is left wondering who the next pack mate is, who the pack leader is. Thazzun, wrapped in the bones of Captain Skrekek, had all the ancient knowledge left. And in all of you, did you recall some of this in the salvation of the shrines? So Calazan looks to you all. Who will lead our tribe? Our packmates. They have assisted us. Hilarious. Jagged Edge. And Akuria. But you all now deserve packmate status amongst us. You work like a fine, well-trained pack, but the depths of this castle are no longer enshrouded in darkness. We grant you this castle. Let us all ride and roam amongst the desert. Perhaps we will seek new lands and new meat for us to indulge upon. And you all spend some time amongst the now emerged castle, having taken it over, and Perivas becomes this voice, this sage, that grants you all internal wisdom to the history of the Cyclopean creation myth of sorts. You all gain 15 experience points.
Whoa! All right.
What other things have you learned about? What other things have struck you in tonight's fable?
Oh, well. I don't want to start. Brandon?
Inginatorum, as of Volpace Argentum, this is key. You feel a connection to this castle. You have risen amongst it.
Yes, I am intrigued by its secrets. Not only are the myths of Perivas true, but the arcane machinery and mechanisms that power this place. Oh, that is a sight for my engineering eyes to behold. I cannot wait to investigate its secrets further and understand what other connections exist between this castle and the Volpace.
What's hilarious, think of this? He's had a hand in uniting it all and been the pack leader of sorts.
I am humbled to have had a part in the restoration of this great bastion of our people. And when I say our people, I speak not only for the Volpace, but for the desert dogs as well. And I feel like going forward to the future, we will be as one.
Miss Biggs?
What was the question?
What is Miss Biggs thinking about in all this? What is the big takeaway for Miss Biggs?
So this main room would be great for a ball. Like, there's just so much open space. Like, I can imagine.
And there's other levels to this as well.
I can imagine the band would sit in this corner, an amazing bar over here, snacks over here, and like, of course, we would do away with these, Gruthio whatevers in order to create a wonderful obsidian dance floor. Yeah.
Get to work, Knowles.
And the best part is we can take it wherever we want, and we can have roaming parties.
Well, we don't know. We don't know exactly how it works just yet.
I'm sure that somebody.
I learned to drive the dirt box. I'm sure I can learn to drive a castle.
Is that what Togark's thinking?
Yes.
And there's all these chests around. Like, there's so much stuff here.
Yeah.
I love free stuff.
Togark is enamored with the magic that powers this castle and feels a strong desire to stay within it for some time, try to unlock its different secrets. But he knows that the friends he's made along the way need support in further adventures outside of the castle. And so he's going to send word to his village and ask for his brother Bilgnag to join this adventure, so that there's always someone around to support the team.
Well, I will start with Herman Roth as he enters the castle after much of the mischief and mayhem and fighting and magic and all that kind of stuff has been done down here. He comes in and he's just at a loss for words because he hasn't had a focus. He hasn't had a drive for so long in this land, and he started out with such a desire and such a greed and such a fierce will to fight, and then he kind of lost himself amongst the sands, and this castle really doesn't feel like it has any meaning to him anymore. He wonders if he's really the leader of the circle or what that even means for him at this point. And then behind him comes Jagged Edge, his mercenary. And Jagged Edge, of course, is happy in his own way that the Gnolls and the Kobolds have been freed in his pack. But he just says, "Good, mission's done." And that's all he ever wants. And of course, Loric Glasseater, the elven shaman, who really hadn't done much in the circle until recently and had been kind of lurking around Arventa, gathering some strength to face the desert, unusually dry atmosphere for someone from the sea, has now had a really transformative experience in facing these enemies and coming upon this tablet with Skrekek's true self on it, and allowing that to come forth and intervene in the ritual.
And tempted by the Horus, too.
Yes, tempted by the Horus, and in fact filled with hatred and rage by the Gruthiel, and somewhat tainted by this association with evil, now has one eye that's been somewhat clouded and scarred. And
Like Thazzun?
yeah, so formerly his skin was kind of almost fish-like, being from this kind of ocean people, but now there's kind of a dark, almost, burn, as if he's been burned, kind of like, reddish tinge to him. He's got a new greed, or a new lust for power, and a new drive to take for himself.
Togark is pleased. But Kalazan and Ilarius speak for Togark. Togark is of the pack.
That seems appropriate for you. This seems appropriate for you. This seems appropriate for you. This seems somewhat appropriate for you. Your treasures have been numerous. Your stories unfold. Your castle walks, your Terra Slider slides, but these things do not have power forever. And perhaps the use of this Gruthiel and a newly acquired astral refinery in Taptooth could produce more gas or energy, bringing new life to the lands ahead as you perhaps begin your own monopoly or your own domain of producing a new type of power source for this dried out world. Your sage of Parivas, the serpent, in a historical mythological sense, has been made somewhat physical, but now rises as Parivas the wolf, led by Kalazan, led by his fellow packmates, continuing to wander the deserts ahead. We'll wonder what new adventures they will undertake, but for now they stand on the emerged castle, looking underneath Naraya, the northern moon, at its zenith. Skull's not dripping. But at its highest point, you all feel that sense of growth, fertility, safety, and certainly wealth. But what adventures lie ahead? Well, that's a fable for another table.